They came from outer space. 1950s space robots from outer space. Can you handle the horror from Mars?
Lock your doors, shutter your windows, and stay tuned to Tabletop Tactics for more information.
Folks, welcome back to another Tabletop Tactics Battle Report.
Who's this?
I know, right?
Who are you?
We've got a new player. We've got a new player. Very exciting.
Yeah.
This is Stig. Everyone meet Stig.
Hi, Stig.
He's a boss. Boss level 9,000. Now we used to work together, didn't
We did.
we? With Beard as well.
Absolutely.
So, we're a regular triple threat. Then I left to start this, and Beard's been helping, and now he's coming on board. Hopefully,
It's the
at
next
some point.
wave now.
Yeah, it's the next
Yeah,
wave.
next wave of
And
Beard.
now we have Stig here,
The older beard.
the older Beard, veteran Beard. We call them what's the Space Wolves? A long fang.
Long
Yeah,
fang.
long fang.
Right, okay. that
good
explains the grey in my beard. Good.
You and me both, buddy.
Yeah.
So
Why do you think I'm wearing a hat?
So we have Stig and we've got Sanga here. So Sanga is our resident Blood Angel player. And this is particularly exciting because you have got Adeptus Mechanicus, which are obviously very new right now, but you run a very different force to the existing one that I quickly painted up.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting. We'll go over the army list, and this is the first time of running this list, and yeah. It's only my second game since second edition, so that's going to be interesting.
So you are a noob.
Well and truly.
So we did like a sort of a test intro game, didn't we? And then we were like, okay, now we're going to film this, and this will be, I think, a good debut. Because to be fair, you're relatively new as well, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to help out where I can. Obviously, I won't give them tactical advice, but I'll remind them about rules, assuming that I remember anything
all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, you and me both. It's a very big game. It's very. Well, it's just so difficult to, especially if like I'm filming and then narrating. I'm thinking actually about so many different other things that to remember the rules as well, which I I think I get right for the most part. It's tricky. It's tricky.
Woe is me.
Woe is me. Yeah, woe is me. But that's enough of that. Let's get on with this battle. It's the lists coming up next. So it's list time with the Sanga. Story time with the Sanga.
Story time with the Sanga.
This is rapidly becoming, like the Colonel, your best list ever.
Well, I'm not sure if this is the best list ever.
No, it's not the most competitive list.
No. It's it's basically something I threw together from what's available in my coffers right now. It's kind of like a precursor to something hopefully much, much better to come, a bit more special. That just needs a little bit more time to get ready, to make sure that it's looking as good as it can be for all your eye candy needs, basically. I basically was kind of putting this together because for a few reasons. For that reason, firstly, but also because there's a couple of new units here. Like you've probably seen the Predators for the first time, and so I want to see how they go. Approaching a list from a slightly different perspective now, because basically, you would have seen my last list. They were very small, elite, very reliant on combat.
Yeah, Death Company or Terminators.
Exactly. And I really do like those units, and I think they can be valid, and I will bring them back. But just the over reliance on combat started to become a bit of an issue. So I thought let's approach this from a slightly different angle. So I'm thinking, okay, so more troops, less elite, and more bang bang, basically.
More Dakar.
More
Dakar's always a good thing.
More bang bang.
More bang. So,
okay.
Yeah. So what you're looking at now then is we've got a battalion detachment and an outrider detachment.
Okay.
So in the battalion detachment, 2 HQs are the Librarian Dreadnought. Now he's retained his spot in the list.
He's a gorgeous model as well.
Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun.
painting.
Thank you. I've had a lot of fun painting that one actually. I quite enjoy it. And the Death Company Dreadnought as well. I like painting him. So there'll be more of those hopefully coming as well. So he's got a melter gun as well. We got the Chaplain with the jump pack. Pardon me, and Inferno pistol. Inferno pistol is interesting, I think, because and the reason I bring this up is because I've been reading a lot of stuff from comments and forums, etc., about the value of an Inferno pistol, which, on the one hand, is a really, really sweet little weapon.
Yeah, it's a good punchy weapon.
Exactly, it's kind of like a melter pistol.
Yeah.
But it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
So, which kind of makes people question the validity of bringing one.
Yeah, because you put a couple of list ideas out on the Tabletop Tactics forum, didn't you?
I did, yes, and and thanks very much for the feedback as well, guys. It's been brilliant.
It's awesome community there, actually.
You're all bosses, basically. But in this instance, essentially, I didn't know where to allocate the points elsewhere, so I thought let's stick with the Inferno pistol, and let's see what it can do, essentially. So that's the 2 HQs in that. I think the Librarian Dreadnought will be the Lord of War.
Yeah.
A Warlord, sorry, I always get that mixed up. Anyway.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. I was thinking too much about that Nicolas Cage movie.
Lord of War,
yeah.
Don't think of that.
No, I'll try not to. And the rest of the battalion detachment, with the troop slots, we got the tactical squads, they're back. 3 5-man squads, each with a heavy flamer. And the sergeant's got pistol and chainsword. We have 2 Razorbacks with the twin las cannons. The twin assault cannons are on the way.
Oh, hello.
That's something else.
That won't be nice to face.
That's this option.
See, that's something else that people have been suggesting as well as the feedback on the Stormravens. If you can put assault cannons on them, that would be great.
They prefer that to the twin las.
It sounds like it.
Interesting.
So,
interesting.
Won't be a problem with the Razorbacks, but
for me that's controversial.
Oh really?
Yeah.
For me it's controversial.
Oh good.
Well, when I went to Heat 1, I'm not going to talk about Heat 1 now. By this point, by this point, you would have seen a boxcast. If you're interested in seeing how Bone and I did at the grand tournament that Games Workshop hosted at Warhammer World at Heat 1, I ran 6 Razorbacks. 5 squads. I couldn't afford 6 squads, but 5 squads. But all of the Razorbacks had twin assault cannons. This is a very competitive. This is not what I would call a bat rep list. It's just a bit too strong. But six twin assault cannons. But then I had the Stormraven with the twin las and twin melter.
Yeah.
Because you still need that, the extra punch. that I think it depends what's in the rest of your army. To be fair,
True.
to be fair, it depends what's in. the rest.
when
Yes.
you've got 6 of the others.
Yeah, I already had enough assault cannons. I didn't. I needed some multi-damage weaponry on my Stormraven, and I wanted to do
That's kind of what I also figure in this list anyway as well, because of other things I'll get into. Because what else is in the detachment is the 2 predators, of course. So so we got the Bal class predator. He's got a twin assault cannon, funnily enough. And he's got the heavy bolters on the sponsons and a storm bolter. And then we have the predator with the autocannon and heavy bolters on the sponsons and a storm bolter.
Interesting.
So so I think that kind of fills the dagger slot pretty well. So I kind of like this where we got the las cannons as well as the dagger as well in there.
Yeah,
as well.
you got quite a lot of fire power. Yeah,
And I think that was the other thing I was going for, variety. Let's get a bit of variety in here as well.
Yeah.
So I think that basically makes up the battalion detachment. And then we got the outrider detachment. The HQ in that is the Sanguinary Priest. He also has an Inferno pistol and a chainsword as well. He'll be mostly probably hanging out with the Assault Marines. So I've got 3 units of 7 Assault Marines, each with 2 melter guns in the unit.
Yeah.
And then to fill everything else out, we have a nice shiny new Stormraven. So he's got twin las cannon, twin melter guns, Typhoon missile launcher.
Be worried about
Hurricane
the
bolt.
Stormraven.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I'm
He
glad
shouldn't
there's
be
only one. I'm glad there's only one.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
I mean, to be fair, we did kind of tease a 3 Stormraven list.
We did.
Yeah.
Which might still happen, but things happen along the way.
That's
To
a
be honest,
nasty.
that's what I was nervous about coming today, was that there was going to be 3 Stormravens. So 1 is okay. I'm feeling better about 1.
One, I think you'd be fine to deal with. Yeah.
It was either the Predators or another Stormraven. I think the Predators are worth bringing on because...
Be good to see how they go.
Exactly,
You've got the DACA variants, and nice to see the actual Blood Angel variant. The
And that's
Battle
lovely.
yeah.
Again, it's a really nice model. It's a really nice paint job as well.
I do like the model, and there are more. I do have more Bale Predators on the way as well, actually. To be fair.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I quite like the idea of that.
It kind of it's it
And
could,
really
it's,
thematic.
exactly, and that's
Yeah.
kind of my prerogative on this channel as well. Is that since I'm the Blood Angels guy. I want to get the opportunity to feature all of the Blood Angel stuff that are and unique to the Blood Angel side. So all their cool characters, Bale class Predator as well, things like that. So let's get them on and let's see what they're capable of.
And the big Dante is on the way as well, of course.
Oh yeah.
So guys, that's it. So how many points is that?
That's 2,000 on the nose. Actually.
Oh, that's very nice. Is your army 2,000 on the nose?
It is.
Interesting.
An even matchup. Okay, it's the Mechanicus army of Stig that's coming up next. It's 1950s space robots from outer space time.
DACA variant.
Now, you are running, we're going to say this right now, my favourite unit in the game.
And a variation that we haven't seen on the channel for a while, I think.
No, ever.
Ever?
I've never personally ran the DACA bots. Not because, that's what they're called. That's the 40k terminology. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what we say in our little clubs.
So I've never ran the 1950 space robots from outer space with their guns. I've always run it with just one gun on the shoulder, and I ran it purely with the fists because it was just extra B-movie style.
Yeah. And in fact, they've got 2 fingers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just so good.
They're just brilliant.
Hence why I made that spoof video with my girlfriend. So,
you made Edward D. Wood Jr. proud.
Thank you very much. That was the
does put
height
up
of
with
my.
a lot, doesn't
She does, yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
It's the height of my directorial aspiration. Yeah. So look, you are running the DACA bots, and they are probably the best variant. Well, I say probably. I think most of the internet right now would say that they are the best
The
variant.
internet as one voice said they are the best.
They are the best variants. However, I do think that there is a place for the fist variant, but I talk about that in the Tactica over on demand actually.
And I'm certainly planning on building some with the fists as
They
well.
are not to be underestimated. No. Depends what sort of army you're building. But anyway, I digress. You got 2 detachments, right?
3 with Sister Abigail.
course,
Thank you,
Sister
Beard,
Abigail,
for lending me Sister Abigail.
What did you do that for, Beard?
Well, in our little test game, he also lent me the rolls of one as well. So like, we'll see if he's lent me those as well this time. But
that's right.
Yeah. Good on you, man. Well done.
So, Stig, why don't you take us through this? What are you rocking today?
So first of all, we've got a battalion, and we're the Mars Forge world this time. You'll notice that obviously there's not a lot of red here. The whole point of that, it allows me to do different Forge worlds, and we're certainly going to play about with some of those different Forge world traits,
which is cool
over time. Yeah, exactly, and build some specific lists to kind of work with that different Forge world style.
And if I may return the compliment, sir, nice work. I like it.
Yeah, this is the first. This is definitely the first fully completed army I've ever done.
Yeah. It's taken about a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's taken about
because we've been talking about getting you on for a year.
It's been a long time. I
familiar?
had a certain thing called a wedding that kind of got in the way and slowed things down.
Those little things.
One of those life events.
One of those little things that just took up my hobby time. It's weird that.
I didn't have a wedding. I was just slow.
But yeah, this is just a starting point. Hence why we've got Abigail filling up some points at the moment. But there's a lot more to come. And as you said, trying to do a lot of variations. So with this list, this army, we can do a whole bunch of different lists and try some stuff out. So that's kind of a theme of this list anyway. That we've got a few trial runs for some stuff, so there's definitely some things that I'm sure people will instantly be commenting saying, why the hell are you doing that? But it's just to try it and see, and like I say, there'll be a lot of variation, a lot of trials of various different things. Awesome. In the battalion, I do have Call. So lovely 9-inch bubble, rerolling ones. It's a beautiful thing. And the second HQ is a Dominus. He does have the Eradication Ray, so that's the upgrade one, which is pretty nice against vehicles, particularly if you're getting close.
It's basically the poor man's version of Cool's Solar Atomizer.
And it's got a little bit more range, but if you're even closer range, then it does some cool stuff. So that'll be fun if we manage to get anywhere near without dying. In the troop slots for this, I've got a unit of 10 Vanguard. I've got 2 Plasma Calvers and an enhanced Data Tether, which is pretty cool for the rerolling morale tests. That larger unit, I thought that was probably a good way of doing. Alpha's bare bones, so it's just all the whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called.
The rifles. Is this the Ranger or the Vanguard?
The Vanguard.
The Vanguard. They come with the rad carbines.
That's it. Yeah. Radium carbines. Yeah. My memory is terrible, so I'm going to get lots of things wrong.
Well, Mechanicus is one of those armies as well, where they've got a lot of mouthfuls. Of words there.
So there's going to be things that are badly pronounced. I'm going to apologise straight off. Just accept it and move on. It'll be fine. Yeah. We'll all be better for the world. 2 Ranger units. I've got 2 6-man Ranger units this time. I'm using 2 with Plasma Calvers and 2 with the arc rifles.
Okay.
And again, they've got the enhanced Data Tether. That also, the reason that I've got the Data Tether on all 3 squads is because they do link in. There's a stratagem that hopefully I'll remember to use, which can work quite nicely if you've got one of those. And then the alphas on those units, one has the Phosphor Blaster and the Arc Maul, and one has the Arc Pistol and the Arc Maul. And again, it just links into those units, so they're just a little bit more thematic.
It also looks cool.
Yeah. They have the rule of cool. In elites, we have 5 infiltrators, and they've got the Faschet blasters, which are the little 5-shot pistols.
Uzis.
Exactly. They are the Uzis. Needle Uzis. They fire out needles, which is crazy. And then the Taser Ghouls. And I've also got a Data Smith, because we have bots. So Castellan robots, and as we've already said, we've got all of the DACA with this variant. Over in our Spearhead, we've got a Tech Breach Engine Seer. Now he has the Autocadeus of Arcan Land. I've been practicing that one. Okay. Try and get it right. I hope I got it right. And that allows him to re-roll his Master of Machine, which is going to be pretty cool because he has 3 Dune Callers backing him up.
So basically he can heal D3 wounds, but he can re-roll that D3.
Oh, love it.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And and because I was a bit nervous about 3 Stormravens, I've got 3 Icarus arrays. So yeah, these are going to be interesting. And I hadn't thought about the fact that also Assault Marines have the fly keywords.
So that'll actually be good against them as well.
That's interesting because I, pretty much was thinking like once they've done their task against flyers, they may be a bit less useful. But actually, this might work out. So we'll see. So.
They're still a very solid choice, the Icarus array.
Yeah,
I think I prefer overall. With most Mechanicus builds, I think I prefer overall the Neutron Laser.
Yeah.
But there is a very strong argument for running Icarus arrays. It depends what you're running in the rest of your army.
Absolutely,
of course,
and I think I've only got 1 Neutron Laser finished at the moment. I've got 2 more on the way, so then we can have some variety. Are you wincing at that?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about it.
And then
Brilliant.
Sister Abigail is filling in some points for me. She's as a Knight Paladin today and running a melter gun just as they have a little update just so that I fill up some points. So she's got melter gun, obviously we've got rapid fire battle cannon, and then the almighty chainsword, Ripper chainsword, just because I wanted to see what that did against some vehicles potentially, and luckily there's some vehicles here today.
That's 6
buy.
damage. That's 6 damage, that chainsword, if it hits you.
If it hits you, and I actually don't roll ones, so we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Cool. So that is 2,000 on the nose.
It's 2,000 absolutely on the nose. If my maths does me proud.
It's ominous. 2 interesting armies. You're trialing, you're experimenting a little bit here as well. I think we'll have a very fun little game here. If Stig gets first turn, I think that Stormraven will be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't get first turn, you could start punching those vehicles pretty hard too. Mm-hmm. So let's see what happens. It's the mission format coming up next. We're in, team. We're in. The forces of the Blood Angels present on this Imperial base, as they no doubt are facing off against a corrupt Mechanicus army. The Dark Mechanicum are present. Sister Abigail, of course, the ringleader here.
She's a terrible one. She's terrible. She just encourages this bad behaviour.
She does. So what we have is, of course, Belisarius Call himself. Although it's not Belisarius Call in this instance. This will be obviously some sort of a demon engine. Giving the 9-inch buff. The reason it's got a 9-inch bubble is because of the Static Psalm Code Warlord trait increases the aura effects by 3 inches. So that's pretty nasty on call, which is good. And we're playing a Maelstrom of War mission. We figured this would be a good one because we've got 2 relatively new players to the game here. So you've got the 6 Maelstrom objectives scattered across the battlefield here. One is actually deployed behind this bastion, or this bunker. And currently, with this mission, it's the one where you have 3 Maelstrom cards at the beginning of every turn. So that should keep the game dynamic, force some moving. And with the Sanga's army, he has finished deploying first. It's a Spearhead Assault deployment, so you can potentially start 18 inches away from each other, so 9 inches away. Bit of a diagonal shape going on here. The Sanga has finished deploying first.
The Bang Bang is on the ground.
Bang Bang is on the ground. Now, that does mean we play the sort of preview chapter approved rules. That does mean that the Sanga gets a +1 on his roll to see who goes first. Are we both ready to do that roll?
You know it.
Rocking a new Black Pearl Tabletop Tactics die there, Mr. Stig.
It's an appropriate colour, look.
It is. It actually goes with the army rather well. Because they're a bit, it's like a blacky grey, isn't it?
Yeah. Dirty grey.
Dirty grey. And then we have Sanga here with a red pearl.
Check that jam out.
TT die. All the excitement. Okay.
So pretty.
Who's going to roll first?
Go on.
Time for talk is over.
Go on,
Right.
do it.
Stig rolls.
2.
Mr. Sanga.
I'm going to need to beard this
For
one.
the good of Sanguinius. It's a 4.
There we go.
That's what he wants. That means that he can choose to go first. Will you choose to go first, though?
Let me think, yes.
But before we get into turn 1, there is an age-old tradition here of seizing the initiative. Stig, are you familiar with how we seize the initiative on this show?
Yeah. May have seen it once or twice.
Now, Stig, that means that if you were to seize, you would have to power up. So on your head be it, sir. On your head be it. After you. It's a 4. It's a failed seize attempt.
Yes.
Will you attempt to command reroll? Or will you leave it?
I'm going to leave it because I want to try and remember some of these stratagems I want to use in the points.
Save your command points. Okay, well that is that then, folks. It is Blood Angel's turn 1 coming up next, but before we do that, because it's the beginning of a battle round, we must roll on the Mechanicus Canticles of the Omnissiah table. So they go off, despite the fact that the Mechanicus don't get the first turn, you do roll for them at the beginning of a fresh battle round. So here we go. It's a 5 and a 4, so he gets to roll 2 because of the Forge World Dogma from Mars.
Beautiful. So that is Shaltan, which is perfect.
Yep, +1. So all of your army counts as being in cover, bar the knight. But there is a stratagem for that. Yep. So he gets a +1 to his armor save. Very nasty. And then 5.
And it's actually Invocation of the Machine Mode, which is affected units have +1 strength.
Right.
But I'm going to use Core's ability to add 1 and make it Benediction of the Omnissiah, which means I can reroll failed hit rolls of 1 during the units in the shooting phase, because I've got some stuff that's just outside of Core's bubble.
His bubble. Okay, very, very interesting. So we've kicked off here with a good roll on the Canticles table. Will the Blood Angels be able to get their firepower and bring it to bear against this Dark Mechanicum force?
Oh, I hope so.
Let's find out. It's turn 1 coming up next. Here we are, turn 1 for the Blood Angels. This party is now officially started. Area Denial, Hold the Line, Supremacy. Can't get Hold the Line in turn 1, but he's effectively automatically got Area Denial. And he does have Supremacy, because as I pan up here for the tactical objectives, the Maelstrom objectives that are scattered around, he's deployed all 3 Blood Angel tactical units. This one's holding this Maelstrom objective. This one's holding this Maelstrom objective. They've gotten out of their respective Razorbacks over there. This unit actually got out of the Stormraven before it flew off and is now holding this objective as well. So he's got Supremacy. Very nice Maelstrom start there. So we pan across over here. The Stormraven then screamed into the airs, into the skies on its jets. And we can see that it is in multi-melter range of a couple of the Mechanicus war machines here. We'll see what he targets, of course. Hurricane bolter range, of course, with things like infantry and so forth. Over here, however, he has created a circle of death, a semicircle of death. 3 units of 7 assault marines, all with double melter, looking at the 1950s space robots. I obviously have mixed feelings about this.
I knew you would, that's why I did it.
Sanguinary priest here, chaplain there. Very, very interesting. It's going to apply the pressure early here against the Mechanicus line. The 2 twin Razorbacks did not move, did they, Mr. Edwards?
No, they certainly did not.
And neither did this Predator, so that's going to allow some pretty accurate support fire. Finally, this Bow Predator here did move forward, so it will be suffering a minus to hit on its guns, but still does have a pretty good rate of fire. So that's the movement phase. The only thing not deployed by the Sanga now is the Librarian Dreadnought. The Warlord himself is still on the back via Magna Grapple of that Stormraven. So that's movement done. No psychic phase this turn. It's shooting coming up next. We're kicking off this shooting phase, and as suspected, Semicircle of Death does kick this off. So we've got 2 melter guns. They're opening up against these robots, and are the pistols also firing at them, or are they going for something? In fact, I think you're only in range, to be fair, with the robots, so I guess that's that.
Yeah.
There is a unit, by the way, guys. Is it Vanguard or Rangers you have under here?
Under there.
It's a Ranger unit under here, but they're kind of tucked away over here, so he's basically out of range with his pistols.
Yeah,
we want just there to stop things being able to creep.
Right, yes, exactly. Yeah, you can actually see the tail end of the unit just over here.
We want to get rid of your precious, precious robots.
That's not very nice.
To be fair, I actually like the robots.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this.
So, melted
Opening
shots.
up with melters. 2 hits, 6 and a 3. Okay, to wounds. Now, toughness of a 50s robot is 7.
Yep.
So it's 3 to wounds, because the melter is strength 8. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
That is a double tap again, sir. A 3 and a 4. I'm going to start here for the Blood Angels. Now, they start with the Aegis Protocols in effect, which actually gives them a +1 to their invulnerable save and armor save, which is pretty awesome. So they actually have a 4+ invulnerable now with the repulsor grids. So, Mr. Stig.
And hopefully we get some 6s.
Right, because of course that means that the unit that fired at them receives a mortal wound as it's reflected back. Okay. Does make 1 save, fails 1, no reflection.
Yeah.
He's going to keep that?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I could see that there's a flicker of as a user command point, but no, fair enough. Doesn't have to spend it yet. So that is, you're not in melter range because you have to be 9 inches away, just over 9 inches away. So it's D6 damage on one of the robots.
Wee.
Big 5 people.
That's a good start.
That saddens me greatly here.
It does pain me a little bit as well, I have to admit.
Those
But,
poor
you know,
robots.
Oh.
It doesn't please me. Okay, we've got bolt pistol fire here. Now, we've got 5 bolt pistols in the unit. You can also fire. Obviously, we suspect they'll be a lot less effective than the melter was, but we'll soon see.
Stranger things have happened.
Okay, they've all hit. Wow. Okay, he needs 6s though. No, sorry, he needs 5s to wound because your toughness 7. So here we go, 5s to wound.
Wee.
Extraordinary stuff here. The Sanga.
Number of the beast!
So that is 666 and a 5. But you effectively have a 2+ save.
Yeah.
Alright?
All that celebration.
Mr. Stig.
Let's see.
2s.
Nice.
He makes every single one.
Well done, sir.
We're happy
Okay,
with that.
that's it. Very
Bit
nice.
better.
Very nice. Okay, so that's unit 1 fired. Are you ready to continue this?
I am.
Is the same second unit doing the exact same thing?
Yep.
I had a feeling. Here we go. 2 melter guns, folks.
Kaboom.
1 hit
one
this
hit.
time, 1 miss. To wounds. That is a failed wound on a 1. Needed a 3 to wounds.
Ooh. Pistols?
Going straight up to pistols, okay. That is 4 hits with the pistols. To wounds now, 5s. 1 wound. So it's another save of 2 up required. 6, very stylish. Okay, that's the second unit fired. Are we moving on to the third?
Yes, we are.
Okay, the third unit now opens up, same target. 3 units of Assault Marines here. Pretty awesome. Okay, to hit.
Come on, guys.
2 melters hit.
Come on.
3s to wounds.
Yes!
2 wound, a 6 and a 4. The stress is high!
Hey!
6! Stig!
2 mortal wounds!
Wow,
Ah, that.
that is serious here.
Repulsor grid.
Now, not only has he passed both, he's reflected 2 mortal wounds back at you. 2 of those Assault Marines are now slain. That is the power of the 1950 space robots from outer space.
I guess you're happy about that, aren't
I won't lie, I am slightly pleased with that. Now, the pistols will get to fire, but 2 of you are killed before you get to do so. So that is 3 pistols now.
you? Yep.
3 pistols firing. They all miss. It's
They were
understandable.
so scared.
Yeah.
They'd just seen 2 guys just disappear in
It's
front
so
of their
true.
eyes.
I mean, how would you possibly want to deal with the 1950
Exactly.
space robots when they actually kill you when you fire at them? We're opening with the Battle Predator here. Twin Assault Cannon. 12 shots. It did move, so it is a -1 to hit.
That's hits on 4s.
But hits on 4s, 12 shots, and the heavy bolters will also be firing at these robots. So here we go. 12 shots from the Twin Assault Cannon now. Big fan of this weapon, but that was a shocker of a roll.
Oh,
even
yeah, it
without
was.
the -1.
Oi, oi, oi.
The pressure is getting into the
It's
same
only on
here.
1 wound.
So,
Right.
to hits
Yeah.
is done. Now we've got to wounds. It is 5s to wounds against the toughness 7 of the robots.
Go on, stretch out. Limber up.
Come on. No.
No wounds, not a single wounds. Heavy bolters. He's got 2 of them, so that's 6 shots. If one of these robots survives, then they'll start getting regenerated very quickly.
No.
Okay, to hit 4s.
Ooh, okay.
That's 3 hits. Okay.
About average, right?
To wound is 5s.
Come on.
Yeah.
No wounds.
This is
not
crazy.
a single wound.
We have a
no.
we have a Stormbolter as well.
Right, did
Yep.
pay for the Stormbolter, so it'd be 2 shots at that range, 24-inch range. 1 hit.
One hit.
It's a 5 or a 6 to wound. Can he do it? It's the last Stormbolter.
Drama already. This is great. No.
It's a failed wound. Almost the entirety of this flank has now opened, and they have still not brought down one of the robots. Predator now. Desperate times, desperate measures.
Yep.
This Predator is looking over the bastion here into these 2 knights. Knights?
Knights.
Robots.
2 knights.
To me, they are knights.
Yes, well said. Yeah, good save.
Thank you.
slick,
Thank
so
you.
slick.
Thank you. So came up with that off the top of my head there.
Well, it didn't show at all.
Right. The Predator. Rolling to hits. He's opening up with his... what are you doing? The autocannon
The order
first?
cannons, which is
Right.
2d3 hits.
2d3.
2d shots.
2d3
Sorry,
on a
I don't know
Predator.
what hit.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, hey!
That's ominous. Stig, double 6. 2d3 shots. That's 6 shots. And it didn't move, so it is a 3 to hit. Okay, to hit.
Kaboom.
Right, that's good.
Ooh, yeah.
He's hit with 4 there.
Yep.
Okay. Thud, thud, thud. This is wounding on 4s. It's strength 7
Strength 7.
versus toughness 7.
Come
For
on!
the wounds! He's got 2 and an indeterminate die. Cock die. Okay, we roll. No, it's a fail, so that's 2 wounds. Okay. Again, that's the action.
Surely not this
Now
time.
it's a -1, but actually, you count as having canticles.
Yeah.
Plus you have, this is the scary thing. Plus you have not only the canticles, but the Aegis protocols. So it actually gives you a 1-up save.
I was going to say, yeah.
Now you can't, a 1 always
be a
fails,
natural
but
1.
it does count for the minuses.
Yeah.
So you basically still get a 2-up save, is what I'm saying. In a very elaborate way.
Very lovely.
Pesky
It
robots!
is strong, yeah.
Helpful for us returning fighters.
That's it. You rolled 3s anyway. Regardless of modifiers, you saved like a boss. This is becoming a problem. The heavy bolters will now have to open up 6 shots. 6 shots here.
It'd be quite depressing after all of this firepower. It's heavy bolters from
one wound
all the
Yes.
way away.
He's
Yes,
got
just
1 wound left.
Leaping. He just wants to get the 1.
Yeah.
Right, we have 4 hits. He now needs 5s to wound. He's got a wound. It's a 2-up required. He's done a 5. Stig, yet again, frustrating Blood Angels here. Dear.
Sorry, Blood
That
Angels.
Wow.
is almost everything fired.
At
that
the
can
one guy.
At the one guy. Now there is a Predator in the background that can see. This middle Predator can't see, but to fire the twin las cannon at the robot with only 1 wound is potentially a waste of fire.
Yeah.
He does of course have a Stormraven. Let's see what he does. It's Stormraven time. He's chosen his targets. The twin las, the twin melter is going into this Dooncrawler. The 2 rockets, sadly, because the robot's still alive, is going over to the robots. And the Hurricane bolters are firing into the infantry on the Sky Shield landing pad there. So which are we opening with first? The rockets?
Let's do the rockets first.
Okay, let's do it.
So,
2 shots.
2 shots.
He's got 2 of them. Hitting on 3s. Right, 1's a hit, 1 is a miss.
1's all I need.
Okay, 1's all he needs, he says.
1 really is all I need.
3s to wound.
Come on.
It's
Yes.
a wound. Now it is a -3, so
4+.
yep, which is what you'd get when you were in Bond. Anyway, he's got a 3. It goes through.
You know what?
But Sanga.
Oh, with the butts.
Come on, I've got to re-roll this. 'cause
He's
been
gonna go.
cool.
Come on, boys.
No, do.
Come on, boy!
Oh!
It's a 1! Okay, so no, the robot was designed to be destroyed there. It was destined to be destroyed.
Although,
Now,
well
the
done.
roll of a 6, it does blow up. It doesn't blow up. One of the robots, sadly, the light flickers out in its helmet visor and it crashes to the ground. The man inside the foam and latex suit is unable to...
Don't make me cry.
We're now opening with the Hurricane Bolters into this infantry unit. So it's 24 shots here at this range. Scary stuff.
I keep saying I need a catcher's mitt or something.
Hitting on 3s here. Okay, let's remove those misses. Not a bad roll by the looks of it. A hot roll. You still missed with 2 additional there and 1, 2 there.
Thanks for pointing that to me.
Right, so all of those hits now. They're toughness 3, the Rangers. So it is wounding on 3s. But they do count as being in cover. They've got a 4-up save base, so it becomes a 3-up. And you got this die down here, Mr. Edwards.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Sanga to wound. 3s. Okay. And just 1. Okay, so it's looking like there is, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11 wounds. Sorry, 13 wounds for him to save there. Stig, let's see if we can do it. 3s or more required. Okay, few will. Oh wow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, that's not fun.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 are slain by this storm of fire.
That's all.
Is that the whole squad?
That's whole squad.
That's first blood, people.
Bang, bang.
We now have the Stormraven with a twin multi-melter opening up against this Dune Crawler. So 2 shots at strength 8, hitting on 3s.
Multi-melter.
It's 1 hit to wound. Always thinking, is that reroll time? He hasn't used the command point yet.
No, I haven't. And this could be a good time to do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, he does it. Right, first command reroll.
Hey, why not?
Sanga. Does he get the hit? He does. 2 hits.
There we go.
To wound, 3s. That is what he wanted. Multi-melters here, -4 against the Dune Crawler. It does count as being in cover. What's their base save?
Their base save was 3+.
Okay, so he suddenly became a 2-up. So actually, on the roll of a 6, you will save. But it gets better because you have the Emanatus Force Fields, which is a 5+ invulnerable save, and if there is a friendly Dune Crawler within 6 inches, they get to reroll once. So basically, your save is 5-up. Rather elaborate description from me once again. 4's exactly what he didn't want.
Bad luck, man.
Okay, and he can't use a reroll, he's already used 1. Okay, so what Sanga gets now is he'd have to do this 1 at a time.
Yep.
It's 2d6 picking the highest because he is in melter range. So 2d6 damage. He picks the 5, of course. 2d6 damage yet again. He picks the 6. That is 11 wounds.
Which is exactly how many they have.
That is a destroyed result on the Dune Crawler. Now, in a way, it's almost a blessing because it means that the twin las cannon fails to do anything because the shots are wasted because he declared both against the Dune Crawler there.
It shoots the lasers in celebration.
That's right. So that Stormraven is Raven?
Yeah.
However, before it's removed, does it blow up? No, it doesn't. Close, but no cigar. Just 2 Razorbacks left to fire. The Sanga had a long, hard think here. He's decided to
Probably
use
too long, to be honest.
this Razorback twin las cannon punching into the knight. However, Stig, the minute that Sanga declared that off camera, rotate ion shields up to the front here. He now gets a +1 invulnerable save. Very, very cool Mechanicus stratagem. Stig kicked himself a bit because he wanted to do Knight of the Cog as well at the beginning of the battle rounds. But actually it turned out it didn't really matter because he's not really targeted him that much. Knight of the Cog, for those of you Mechanicus fans or people that don't know, it's a stratagem which enables the Knight to benefit from the canticles of the On the Sire in the same turn. So it would have given the Knight a 2-up save. Which is cool, but that's not what's happening right now. It's got a 4-up invuln. So here we go. Twin las cannon from the Razorback. Here we go, sir.
Pew pew. Hey.
Pew pew indeed. That's 2 hits, sir. Okay. To wounds. Now, it's 3s to wound the knight, despite his epic toughness of 8. That is 2 wounds, sir. 2 wounds! 4. Was that a...
Yeah.
It was a 4-4?
Oh, sorry.
There's a 3 there, so I'm very confused.
I'm very confused too.
Okay, I'm going to double check that. You've certainly saved 1. We'll see if you save both. We've scoured back on the camera results, and it does appear that it was indeed a 4 and a 4. 2 saves. The rotate ion shields stratagem has been very effective. Now it's got another razorback. What are you firing that at, sir?
Let's do the same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah, let's do the same thing.
Okay.
Because why not?
Because why not, he says. Okay, right. To hit, 3s. Both hit yet again. A running theme here. To wound, 3s.
Ooh, okay.
1 wound.
Now,
Will
there's
it punch
other
through?
random dice hiding around?
No, this will be clear.
Right, cool.
To save, a 6. The knight stands. Sister Abigail. A bastion of hope for in the Stark Mechanicus army. Oh dear. Right, all of the shooting's finished now.
Yep.
There will be a charge phase though. Seems appropriate in a Blood Angel army. Let's see if he can succeed. We're in the charge phase. The Blood Angels are about to let rip. This unit here is just a whisker under 11 inches now away. But that does mean that technically a 10 will get them in. So, Overwatch first. 1950s space robot style. It's got 9 shots with the 3 heavy phosphor. Excellent weaponry. To hit.
Oh.
Stig. 3 hits straight off the bat.
Where have you come from?
That's brutal stuff. To wound now is 3s because it's strength 6.
Let's go up here so we don't
Okay.
confuse anything.
Over to the Sky Shield back. That's a triple wounds. And it's a -1 armor save. So these are saves of 4 or more required for the power armor on these.
AP -2?
Oh, forgive me.
Oh,
Heavy
really?
phosphor's -2,
Yeah.
not -1.
AP -2. Heavy Phosphor Blaster.
I
Check that, make sure I'm right.
No, I believe you. In fact, I knew they were -2. I have no idea. I know why. It's the normal phosphor blaster.
Yeah.
That's -1.
Yeah.
Ignore
For the
Lawrence.
servitors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is -2.
Cool.
Here we go. To save now 5s and 6s.
No.
Not a single one. 3 Marines cut down. But do they make the charge after that? We'll remove those models in just a moment. They need a 10. No,
Yep.
they do not. It's a failed charge. Unit number 2, still within a 9-inch charge. But will receive another round of Overwatch here. He's hit again once. Can he wound? 3s. He wounds. 5 up save.
Oh,
No,
man.
another Marine is killed there in the middle assault unit. But can they make the charge? 9 inches.
Oh, jeez.
6, 7, 8. He could use
Reroll.
A reroll 1. Yep.
a reroll on the 2.
Yep.
Are you doing that? You
Yeah.
think? Yeah, okay, he's going to do it. And that will do it. 6, 7, 8, 9 is what he needed. That unit does succeed in its charge. Finally, we have this unit of Assault Marines now. Now, because this unit's made it, he hasn't done his piling yet. He's obviously going to try a conga line here to ensure that he still gets the chaplain buff. Let's see if he can make the charge. Sanga, 2d6, he also needs a 9. No, so they do not make it. They do not make it, but he's got 1 unit in. So that is the fight phase coming up next. We're in the fight phase. The assault unit here, 1 sergeant and 3 chainswords are in range. He's just kept these 2 melters back, conga lined a bit so that he can get the buff for the reroll hits. So 9 attacks coming up now with the chainswords.
Yeah.
Now he can re-roll the misses there because of the chaplain's buff. So that's pretty cool. So he's got 4 misses and he can re-roll them. Can he hit 3s?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh,
we
hey,
all got
okay.
1.
It's not bad.
So it's then strength 4 versus toughness 7. So it's 5s to wounds.
Come on, baby.
Not a
Ooh,
bad
hey.
roll.
Hello.
Wowzers. 6 wounds. A whopping 6 wounds against that robot.
Sanga on form.
Now, the repulsor grid, correct me if
It's
I'm wrong,
shooting
it's
attacks.
shooting only,
Yeah.
right? So these are flat 3-up saves because obviously the canticles, the cover save doesn't work either. So to save now, 3s or more. Right,
Yes.
there's
Well,
a couple of odd dice. 2 have failed.
Should we... What are you saying?
Rob? Yeah, well, should we put a dice on it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's probably a cocked die then. And then this one is definitely indeterminate.
Right.
So if we re-roll those 2... Yeah, they're both good anyway. So 2 failed 2 wounds down on the robot. I think he's got 4 left now. Tough times. Okay, but the robot does get to hit back, so we'll go straight into that. He's got 3 attacks. Strength 6 himself. Can he kick one of these in the face? 1 hit because they hit on 4s. It's a wound. 3s. No, it's a failed wound. Okay. That marks the end of the turn. There is a morale phase though. He's lost 3 models from this marine unit. Lost 2 from this unit. Think leadership is for the Marines is 8. So even if you rolled a 6 here, you'd be fine. Okay, but if you rolled a 6 here, you would lose a Marine.
I think I can use the chaplain's leadership though.
Ah, he gives an aura.
Let me double check that, but I think I can use his leadership.
Sanga is right. Chaplain, of course, does give a buff. Yes. It's not within 6 inches with this unit. No. So if he rolls a 6, he will lose a Marine.
I was thinking maybe the Sanguinius priest might have, but I'm double checking. He doesn't. So no. So I'm a 6. Yeah.
No, it's a 5, so they do just pass. Robot can't fail. He's alright. He's alright. So that does mark the end of the turn. Now we do have some pretty good Maelstrom points. So first of all, Sanga did get first blood, so that's 1 point. He's got an area denial, and he's got no enemy units within 12 inches of the centre of the battlefield by default, because that's how it started. So that's worth D3. So would you roll a D3 for that, please, Sanga? Big 3.
Thank you very much.
4 points he's on now. He's also got Supremacy, holding any 3 objective markers for another D3. So if you'd like to roll another D3, please, Sanga. It's another 3. 7 points to the Sanga here.
Sanga's happy dance.
Now he doesn't have hold the line because he can't get that in the first turn. But at a 7-point start, that is pretty brutal. The Mechanicus now will have to hit back and hit back hard.
Which I imagine they might.
Well, but he's got a knight and 2 doom crawlers. Let's see what he does. Turn 1 for the Adeptus Mechanicus. He's drawn Rumours of Revelation, which he actually drew objective 4 for, which isn't ideal. Defend objective 6 and defend objective 5. So these are high value ones if he can hold them over 2 turns. Now that's actually objective 5, isn't it?
Yep.
And this one is objective 4.
Yeah.
So a trickier side of the board for him to get to. Let's see what he can do in his movement phase. That's coming up next. That's it. Movement phase turn 1 for the Adeptus Mechanicus complete. As suspected, the robot has fallen back, but the infantry, the vanguard here, have moved up to support. Belisarius Cool there in the background, able to lend his re-rolling hitting power. The Dominus over here is helping to command the 2 Dune Crawlers. One of them has moved to underneath the hull, almost, of this Stormraven. The Knight, Sister Abigail, has moved to the centre of the battlefield, towards it at least, and is obviously able to potentially charge those assault marines, but not before laying down a withering amount of firepower. So no sidekick for the Mechanicus. Let's go straight into the shooting that's coming up next. It's Dune Crawler time here in the shooting phase. He's opening up with this one against the Stormraven. Surprise, surprise, folks.
Yeah.
Talk us through these shots. Stig, how are we doing this?
So Icarus arrays have 3 profiles, and you fire all 3 of them at the same time and same target. So you don't get to separate them out. So we have a missile launcher, then we have a Gatling rocket launcher, and then we finally have twin Icarus autocannon. It's a strength 7, strength 6, and strength 7.
Okay.
So
which one would you like to fire first?
So I'm going to start off with the missile launcher.
All right.
We'll work.
Rolling to hit. Now, it's a 1, but he gets to re-roll 1s because he is within that bubble of the Dominus. So to hit. It's a 6, the opposite, so it does hit. Now, should note that the Icarus array ignores the -1, effectively, to hit a flyer, because you add 1 against flyers.
Absolutely.
Alright, so that's pretty cool. So that was a 3 there. So, or rather, that was a hit, I should say. So he's hit. Now can he wound? It's strength 7. Now the toughness of the Stormraven's also 7.
It is.
So it's forced to wound. That's another 6, people.
And this is D6 damage if you...
What's the minus?
-3, sorry.
So a 6-up save required here for the Stormraven. 5 close, but no. And it's D6 damage, is it?
It is indeed.
Boogie. Damn it.
5, very nice. 5 wounds straight off that Stormraven with the opening shot of the Doomcrawler. Okay.
Right.
Find out.
Next, we've got the Gatling rocket launcher, which is heavy 5, and these are strength 6.
Okay.
So again, I'm 3 plus, plus 1 against the flyer, so
then the minus 1.
Speed, so it's 3 pluses.
You can re-roll that single 1 there with the Dominus. Dominus affords a full house of hits. Now it's 5s to wound.
Boogie.
3 wounds, Stig. What's the minus on the Gatling?
-2.
Okay, so he needs 5s and 6s. And what's the damage on this weapon?
And this one is just 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Sanga saves 1, but another 2 go through. So that's 7 wounds down on that Stormraven so far.
And now we've got the Twin Icarus autocannon, which is heavy 4, and these are strength 7.
Okay.
Oh,
Rerolling that single 1. The 2 is a miss. That's 3 hits, people.
So strength 7. So...
That is 1 wound. Okay. And the minus on it
is -1.
Okay, so a 4-up save.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Damn!
that is a fail. The damage on the autocannon, sir?
2.
2. So that would be a total of 9 wounds
How many wounds did it start with?
on this Stormraven.
11.
Stormraven? No, I think it started with
big one.
14, I believe.
I was thinking about something else.
Let's double check it. Yes, it was indeed 14. It's got 5 wounds left. And before we get too excited, the second Doomcrawler now opens up against this Stormraven. He is determined to bring it down. It's understandable.
Starting off with the missile launcher.
Priority
Heavy
target
1.
here.
Oh.
That is a 2. That is a miss. Now, could Command re-roll it if he chose to.
I've got 5 points left at the moment. No. I'm going to leave the re-roll for this because I think I might need it from somewhere else.
Fair enough. Okay, so then we're going straight onto the Gatling. That is 3 hits. To wound 5s. 1 wound. The minus was 2?
-2 on this one, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That's another wound down. It's got 4 left. We're in a very, very precarious position.
Jeez, I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah. Okay, now we've got finally the auto cannon. You can re-roll those 2 1s, those 3 1s. Okay, just as well as Dominus. That is 3 hits in total. To wound 4s now. That's 2 wounds. Now we should point out, if both these saves fail, it will be destroyed. Is it a damage 2 or a damage
2?
Yes, I thought so.
Okay.
Now it's -1, so 4-up save, Sanga. You need to make at least 1, or the Stormraven will go out the sky. Both. But before the Sanga can celebrate too much, the Dominus hefts up his eradication array, cutting a laser beam through the hull of this Stormraven. Can he erupt one of the fuel cells? Let's find out. It's D3 shots here.
I just want to add that I kind of little part of me hope he does this because it sounds really cool in cinematics.
Yeah.
he's just not very happy with the 2 rangers that were in these Doomcrawlers. They're just terrible. So let's see if we can do a little bit about it. So it's D3, heavy D3 shots first of all.
D3, he's got the 2.
Right. Okay.
Now, he normally hits on 2s. He's got a -1.
So 3 plus...
3 up. He can re-roll 1s. He's hit twice.
Okay.
Now, strength 6.
Strength 6.
Now, it's 5s to wounds. This is the hard part. But at his current range, it's a -4, meaning the Stormraven has no save.
And damage D3.
Damage D3. Neither wounds, Stig.
So you know what I said about I might keep that command point for another reroll?
Okay.
I might just do that. Let's see if we can at least take it down to
I just want to reiterate.
No, it's a 3!
Oh!
No, it doesn't work.
Damn it!
Team, Sister Abigail has seen what's happened and she is not pleased. The melter gun, as she storms around here, actually fires up, hisses up at the Stormraven. The rapid fire battle cannon, thud, 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 highly explosive rounds going into this Battle Predator. Let's see if they can find their target. But we're opening with the melter gun first.
This is getting really exciting, people.
This is understandably a tense roll here. He needs a 4 or more because of the -1. He gets a 6.
Oh, man.
We'll have that again, please.
Marks for death.
Strength 8.
It's 3s to wound.
Strength 8. Right.
A simple 3 or more! He rolls a 2! And he's already used the command reroll. Sister Abigail in her...
Wow.
no doubt impetuousness to get over towards the assault marines.
She just wasn't looking where she was firing.
Whiffs with the melter gun. Alright, rapid fire battle cannon now.
Okay, so we've got heavy 2d6 first of all. So let's find out how many shots we're doing. Ooh.
Not bad. 8 shots.
Right.
Oh, is that all?
Into Battle Predator.
Okay, and this is strength 8 as well.
Okay, to hit.
So to hit it's threes.
All but 2, that's not bad at all. So 6 hits. Strength 8, toughness 7 on a Predator.
Yep.
It's 3s to wounds.
Ooh.
Right, 3 wounds. A little unlucky there. -2?
-2.
Okay, so he gets 5 up saves. 5 up saves! He makes 2!
That's not bad, I'll take that.
The damage, is it D3?
It is D3.
It's D3, so just D3 wounds. Extraordinary here.
Oh!
Oh, it's a 1 Stig! It's Ranger time, people. You can't see them all because they are tucked in behind the Sky Shield landing pad. You can see the back 2 just here. Now, they do have 2 arc rifles. The arc rifles are going for the Stormraven.
I'll leave him alone.
The galvanic rifles are firing at the 4 Marine Assault Squad here. They are all in 9-inch bubble. Are we going for the arc rifles first?
We'll start with the arc rifles. So let's see if we can finally get rid of
Yes.
them.
To hit. Right. Now you can re-roll that miss.
Re-roll that because of
Belisarius.
Oh!
No. Okay.
That was a bit rubbish.
Right,
Okay.
now, strength.
This is strength 6.
Okay, it is 5s to wounds, but it does D3 damage against the vehicle. Because of... No, it's a failed wound. Oh dear.
Right.
The galvanic rifles then.
So I've got 3 galvanic rifles.
Okay.
And, the arc pistol is out of range of
Yes.
everything. So 3 galvanic rifles, which on these will be ballistic skill 4+, and we're going
3s. 3s in fact, yeah. So 3s to hits. Re-rolling those misses. That is all 3 hits. Now to wounds. It's 4s to wounds, strength 5 on the galvanic rifle. Or strength 4,
Strength
I mean,
4.
is what I meant to say. Yeah. That is 1 wound, okay, and it's -1 if you'd rolled a 6, I believe. Yeah, so no, so it's just a straight 3 up save.
No.
Doesn't matter though, one of the Marines is slain. I assume we'll remove the non-sergeant. There you go, Mr.
Thank you very much.
We may as well keep rolling because we'll do the, we're going to do the Plasma Calvers.
Into the Stormraven.
And then we're going to do the rest of the rads over into
this 3-man squad. Okay,
So,
excellent.
We'll start off
So,
with
Plasma
3
Caliber,
rads.
are you overcharging, sir?
I am going to because I've got call, so I can re-roll. when I screw up.
Excellent. Okay, here we go. Rolling to hits.
Nope.
Yes, both hit there.
Okay.
Is the Plasma Caliber Assault 2 though?
It is Assault 2. Forgive me.
So you get 2 additional shots, sir.
sorry.
Yes. So 2. Right. That is 3 hits. He can choose to re-roll that one.
Oof.
He's rolled a 1, which means that he'll kill 1, but still 3 shots go through. Right. Rolling to wound. It's strength 8, toughness 7, 3s to wound.
Oh.
That's Cox dies
Yeah,
before,
God.
so re-roll. It is 2 wounds.
And now with overcharge, it's
Strength 8
-3.
-3 damage.
Ooh, okay.
2. So you need
Oh.
you need to roll
Not again!
1 6 to survive. If you fail to roll a 6, the Stormraven is destroyed.
Can I have a drum roll, please?
Oh,
you did it! Yes!
You cannot.
And that's
Here we go.
You just do that while I
Rad
catch my breath for
Carbines
a second.
into, is it this unit? Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Okay, right. Roll into hits.
So we
21
have
shots
21
here.
shots.
3s. And re-rolling the misses.
There's some 6s in there.
6s, I think, on the. I have to
It's 6s on the
sixes
wound
on the
roll,
roll, isn't it?
2 damage,
Yeah.
but doesn't really matter because they're only 1 wound apiece anyway.
Let me just. I'll put these here just so I don't get confused.
Nice. So the majority, of course, with calls reroll, have all hits, which is good. Now it's the wound, 5s or 6s. This is the tougher part. Can we do it?
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, it's
I'm okay
looking
with
good. It's looking good. Looking healthy. As healthy as radiation poisoning can be.
It's very healthy radiation.
Yeah, so that is 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds.
10 wounds.
10 wounds.
So there's good radiation
on
and
these
there's bad
3
radiation.
Marines. Will we get a Mechanicus kill this turn?
I may have spent my luck, folks. So it's 10,
I'm
sorry.
still reeling from the double 6.
I'm still lightheaded.
To save.
Yep.
3s or more.
3s or more. Hiya! Oh.
He's passed every single one except 2, leaving 1 left alive. Who's the model you want to leave left alive?
One of the melters, please.
Okay, then that is 2 slain, Mr. Sanga.
Right.
Ouch! These Marines are tough, aren't they? Okay, so that's the majority of the shooting done.
Infiltrators next.
Infiltrators next, who have come all the way over here. Looking at this unit, which is holding their priority objective. Let's do this. The Flechette Blasters into the Marines. 25 shots. Okay.
We did say at the start of the bat round that there'd be more bang bang.
Yes, there certainly is. There certainly is.
Okay.
Just that one.
Oh,
Okay. So, fair few hits.
that's not bad. Yeah.
Now it's 5s to wounds. Oh no! Only 3 wounds. Sanga
Jeez.
required to make 3 saves here. He's passed every single one. What sort of monster are you? It brings us to the charge phase, and Sister Abigail is now required to defend the lines.
And defend her honour.
That's right.
This is
Single-handedly here, a multi-charge has been declared, people. Sister Abigail will move here. Her base will actually hit both units if she does that. It's going to need to make a 5-inch charge to do so, which is fine. But we'll need to receive the Overwatch first. Mr. Sanga,
Yeah.
Overwatch from Unit 1, please.
Yes. 2 melters? No. Just as well, huh?
You've got a crack grenade and 2 bolt pistols.
I do. So, crack grenade, 2 bolt pistols.
6s is what he wants. 6s is not
Nope.
what he gets. Unit number 2, Mr. Sanga.
Melt
Tension high!
Oh, there's one.
It's a single hit.
Yep.
It's a wound. It is a wound. Now, your stratagem, does it last that phase or until the next turn?
It's actually to the next turn. Oh no, sorry, end of phase. Forgive me.
Okay. So it is a 5-up invulnerable here required for Sister Abigail. Can she boss it?
No. Ooh.
He is in melter range, so he does get to do 2d6 damage here, picking the highest. It's a 4. Okay. 20 wounds left on Sister Abigail. We then have the same as before. We have 3 pistols this time and 1 crack grenade.
Yep.
No
Nope.
hits. So she's damaged on the way in, but still very much alive.
Wow.
To do the charge. To do the charge. He needed a 5. That is what he got.
Wow.
Oh.
She's in. Infiltrators now. Sanga will Overwatch first. He is out of heavy flamer range.
Luckily.
Just with the way that he's deployed there. So that cannot Overwatch. But he can do 6 bolt guns and a single bolt pistol.
So 6 bolt guns.
So 7
bolt
in
pistol.
total. Yeah, roll into hits.
One.
No, 1 6. Okay, 1 6 there. 2 wounds. Is a
Oh,
6
jeez.
again. Okay, to save.
Oof.
Is a failed save, but they are 2 wounds
They are
apiece.
2 wounds, yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
still alive. Now he needs to make a 9-inch charge.
Yeah, only a 9-inch charge, it's fine.
No, it is a failed charge, so they will unfortunately sit there for a turn.
Damn it.
It is the fight phase next, and really it's down to Sister Abigail to protect these lines. Sister Abigail is about to do a line dance all over these Marines. It's got using the Titanic feet.
Sorry, that tickled me.
See,
Doesn't
my
happen
humour
very
is
often.
quite funny.
It doesn't happen very often. I've known him a long time.
so
It's not made me laugh very often.
Surprising lack of dad jokes today, Lawrence.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, you know, the hates that I generally get was one of the deterrents. Right. Now, 12 attacks. We've got 6 attacks coming here, 6 attacks coming over there. So for 6 attacks on this unit. Oh, she's done well. She's done well. Now that's 5 hits. Now incidentally, Stig, it would be remiss of me to I'm just going to say this right now. There's 6 models in that unit.
Yep.
Now you've hit with all 5. You will
Yep.
be wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Now if you did command reroll that, you could potentially kill all of them. Now it's unlikely because he'd still get his saves. But right now, you'll only kill 5 of them as a maximum.
Well, this phase, I've got nothing else to be able to reroll. So,
So he rerolls this one. That's 6 hits. It's now 2s to wound.
Well done, sir. Well played.
2s to wound. And that's what he wanted. You've now got the potential to wipe the unit out. Now, unfortunately, the Titanic feet, I think, are only -2.
they are. Let me double check. They are, yeah.
Okay.
5 ups to
5
save. Mr. Sanga. Will any unit survive? 2 will survive.
Oh, okay.
But you have killed 4. Do you leave the 2 melters left alive, sir?
I think I do.
Okay, 4 down from this unit. Nasty stuff. We then have 6 more attacks coming at the 5-man unit here.
Let's go over here. Space.
Okay, 4 hits. That is the average. And then 2s to wound. That's 3 wounds.
Okay.
5s to save.
Oh, sorry, how many?
3.
3. Sorry, big pardon.
He fails 2, passes
Yep.
1. So it's another 2 Marines cut down there. Like so. So, that marks the end
Yeah.
of...
Thank you.
That marks the end of the fight phase. There will be a morale phase. Couple of morale checks to make. Namely this unit, and did you only kill 2 the whole turn? You only targeted it with anything else, did you?
No, so it's only
right,
2.
so they can't fail. Okay, but this unit can, and it doesn't have a sergeant, so its leadership. I wanted to say 7, but we should double check that. Right, folks. What we've got to do now, of course, is allow the Sanga to hit back. So he's would have piled in here, so he's getting a few attacks back. We may as well do it all at the same time. So he's got 2, 3, 4 attacks from the melter, and then the chainsword, he's got 2 attacks. So you're looking at 6 attacks in total here.
So we'll...
Hitting on 3s.
Yep. Start with the melter.
And then the chainsword.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's hit with everything. Needs 6s to wound though.
Okay. Chainsaw. Nope.
And the normal.
No.
No wounds. It's as suspected. So let's go straight into the morale phase here.
Delusions of grandeur.
He is within 6 inches of this chaplain with this unit that did lose 4 of their number, so they're still leadership 9. So roll your morale check, please, sir.
Yep. So how many dice? Sorry.
1.
1. I went blank there for a second.
2. They pass. There's no issues there. This unit can only fail on a roll of a 6. No, he passes 2, and this unit cannot fail. Right, so no units actually destroyed yet. He's taken chips.
Damn.
Heavy chips out of things, but that was a bit of a whiffer for the Mechanicus. They're certainly not out of the game.
No.
They're certainly not out of the game.
They still got Big Bang Bang.
We do. And yes, so if Sister Abigail can hold it up, but okay, a tough one. Did you get any points this turn, Mr. Stig? You didn't,
no.
did you?
No.
Oh, really?
Okay, will you keep all 3 of your cards in play? Or are you going to discard one?
Discard. What was there was one which was that's
This one, yeah, this was 6.
Right, so he
So I'm
discards
discarding that
defend
one.
objective 6. Fair enough. That'll free him up to draw hopefully something better in his next turn. But before that, he will have to weather another turn of fire from this Blood Angel force. It's turn 2 coming up next. Team, before we leave the Mechanicus turn, made a couple of mistakes. We're just going to let Stig do it now. Remember, it's a learning environment here to newer players. So you've got to do the heal roll on the robot. So let's do that. D3 wounds at the end of the movement phase. He only gave 1 back. Who had the auto Caduceus, by the way?
It was this engine.
Okay, sure. So just 1 back, but that puts him on 5. And then he would have tried to change the protocols to the shoot twice one. So on a 2-up, that will be a success. From following turn, yes. Yep. Okay, cool. So we've done that. So that robot could potentially be very effective again in his next turn. But before that, we have the Blood Angels turn 2 coming up next. Turn 2 for the Blood Angels. Got hold the line and pretty much guaranteed that at the end of this turn. Overwhelming firepower, not bad to get. And defend objective 1, which incidentally is this one here. So as it's the start of a new battle round, we have to roll for a new round of Canticles of the Omnissiah. So 2d6 using the Forge World Mars Dogma. It's a 2 and 2. Double is not generally what you want, and he cannot manipulate that to become Shroud Psalm. Unless he wants to burn a command reroll on one of those die.
I'm going to... Yes, I am.
Okay. For how many command points does that leave you with? 3. Okay, interesting. So he will reroll one of the canticle rolls. No, doesn't get anywhere near what he wants there. Okay.
So, what it leaves me with is... I'm going to keep Incantation of the Iron Soul, which is reroll fail morale tests for affected units.
Yep.
And then the other one is I'm going to go for Literacy of the Electromancer, which is roll a d6 for each enemy unit that is within 1 inch of any affected units. On a roll of a 6, the unit suffers d3 mortal wounds.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. It's Blood Angels movement phase coming up next. Movement phase is done. Unfortunately, Sister Abigail is exposed. Melter, melter, melter. Melter, melter. I have a horrible sinking feeling.
I was just going to say Inferno Pistol. They're in range.
Oh no.
Sorry, man. Hey, who knows? I might whiff.
Yeah.
I might whiff.
Oh no.
Learn from me and whiff hard.
These 2 Marine units have come out to play against the Infiltrators. The Predator and the 2 Razorbacks standing vigil. Over here, it's also an equal tale of tragedy. The Stormraven's gone into hover mode, effectively ensuring it's still in melter range of this Doomcrawler. And the Librarian Dreadnought has gotten out to play, facing down the other Doomcrawler. Team, what can I say? It is the Psychic phase coming up next. Let's see what happens. Psychic phase. Librarian Dreadnought casts Shield of Sanguinius on the 3 Assault Marines, giving them a 4+ invulnerable save.
You betcha. Oh, just.
Does successfully cast. And then it's Smite on the Doomcrawler.
Yeah.
Oh no. Goes off on an 11. That's D6 mortal wounds. D6 instead of D3. Here we go. D6 mortal wounds.
Oh, well.
2 mortal wounds. Okay. On that Doomcrawler. Could have been worse. It's the end of the Psychic phase. It's the Shooting phase coming up next. Oh, Abigail. I wish you luck. We're opening with the Warlord now. The Librarian Dreadnought does have a melter gun. Firing at the Doomcrawler. Here we go. To hit.
Yep.
Is a hit. To wound. 3s.
Yep.
Is a wound, and it's a -4 save, but there is the Emanatus force field. No longer within 6 inches of another Doomcrawler, I don't think. It might be, but...
No, I don't think so. I think we're just out yet.
Yeah, just out.
We're 7 inches probably.
Yeah. So, in which case, no reroll 1s, but still a 5-up invuln.
Oof.
No, so that does go through. That would be 2d6 damage, picking the highest. A 4 and a 1, so 4. So that's another 4 wounds down from that Dune Crawler. Nasty stuff there. Okay, that's the Librarian Dreadnought. Do you know what you want to fire next?
Okay. Let me think about that.
Okay. Team, here we go. The Stormraven opens up. He's doing the Hurricane Bolters on the Dominus. He's doing the Twin Las Cannon, the Twin Multi-Melter, and the Twin Rockets on this Dune Crawler to ensure its death. What are we opening with first?
We'll start with all the stuff on him.
Okay. Now he is damaged, but he's not quite damaged enough to make it 5s to hit, so it's 4s to hit. We're opening with
the Twin Multi-Melter.
excellent to hit.
Boom, boom. Oh.
Is a running theme this game. Double 6.
These dice are available on tabletop.
Oh boy.
Excellent. Right, to wound.
Right.
3s.
Oh,
1 wound.
1 wound.
It's a -4, but as we've seen before, the 5+ invulnerable save. Stig, if ever you're going to get lucky, now's the
1
time,
wound.
my friends.
1 wound, was it?
It's one wound has gone through. Stig, that's a 2.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Okay. It's now 2d6 damage, picking the highest. It's 6. Oh no. Oh no. 6 wounds down on this Dune Crawler. We then have twin laser cannons opening up. 2 hits. 2 hits. No, 1 hit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. To wound. It is a wound on the 3. Oh no. All you need is the 5+ invulnerable save, Mr. Stig.
That's all.
For the Mechanicus! Oh. It's a 4. You could see a flicker of... I don't know whether it was... there's a flicker of something in Stig's eye there. I think he was considering a command reroll. Now, if Sanga rolls a 5 or a 6, he destroys the Doom Crawler before the rockets even fire.
Oh!
It's a 5. He's destroyed it. It was perhaps inevitable with 2 more rockets coming through at it. Does it blow up?
No.
It doesn't. Okay, so 1 Doom Crawler down. The Stormraven is absolutely bossing it, and it's still got its Hurricane Bolters to fight. Stormraven, 24 shots into the Dominus.
How did I do that? Should we count it as cocked?
Yeah, reroll it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So hitting on 4s.
Then it's wounding on 4s after that.
It's not the worst news. This one real quick.
Put a dice on it.
Yeah, reroll it.
Yep. Okay, it's a miss.
Cool.
So, 4s to wounds now.
Here, come here.
Looks like he's got 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds there, Stig. 8 wounds.
Right, 8 2+ saves.
Does have a
what's
2
the-
up armor save.
What's the minus on it?
No minus.
Okay.
Wish him luck, people. He
Good
needs
luck,
some here. Triple 1. Would you believe it? Right, lost 3 wounds. He is luckily still alive, and he does regenerate wounds every
Yeah,
turn, I
he
believe,
does.
as a
He
Dominus.
does.
So it's not the end of the world.
Nah, good.
Stormraven has finished its fire now. Librarian's finished its fire.
What's next?
A whole lot of melter. Here we go. It's melter train time. Opening up with this squad. 2 melters into Abby. To hit.
Good luck, Abby.
1 hits. To wound. Fails to wound.
There's a pistol as well for the hell of it.
Okay. Hits. No wounds. That's Unit 1 fired. We have 3 more melters here. They're not in range of anything else, so in theory we may as well just do them at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
3 melters into Abby. 2 hits. It's forced to wound! He fails both!
Yeah, Here we go.
Significant here. It was the luck that you could argue Mechanicus needed. Abby must survive. Okay, Melters have whiffed. Let's see what he does next. What are we doing now?
So we got 2 Inferno pistols to shoot.
Oh dear.
One of the priest, one of the chaplain.
Okay, and do they hit on 3s?
They hit on the 3s, yes.
Okay.
So we'll do priest.
The priest.
No.
Misses on a 1. The chaplain.
That goes through.
Can it wound? It can. Okay. We've got the wound now. Interestingly enough, this is not in Melter range.
No.
Are we employing the 4+ invulnerable save stratagem, Mr. Stig?
Yes, I think we will do.
I would recommend it.
Yeah. Takes me down to 2.
Given the fact that he's whiffed hard with those Melter, it's a miracle Abby stands there. She's got the blessing of the Dark Gods, obviously. So don't forget this is a Dark Mechanicum army. Right. So you spend a command point.
Leaves him
2
with
left.
2
left. He's got a 4-up invuln against this. 5. Would have done it without the shield anyway, but
Wow.
now that he's got that shield,
You know that if I hadn't put it in,
you would have rolled a 4.
I'd have whiffed. Absolutely.
You would have rolled a 4.
You
yeah.
know.
Okay, so Abby stands.
Swings and roundabouts.
And everything here is fired except for the Predator and his rear Predator and 2 twin las cannons. This game's just gotten interesting again. The Bow Predator now raises its turret guns and its sponson guns, looking at Abby here. Desperate times, desperate measures. To hit, we've got 12 assault cannon shots.
So,
Okay, did it move?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. Okay,
No.
so it's hitting on 3s then.
Yep.
Cool, it's the average there.
Yep.
Can it wound? That's the tough part, it's 5s.
Yep. Whoa, 1.
Whoa.
1
Oh, and
wound
lots of
only.
2s.
Also, you only had 10 dice there.
What?
You only rolled 10 dice, so you need to roll another 2.
Ah, big pardon.
Roll
Maths
to
was
hit.
never my strong point.
That's another
Another
hit. Can he wound? It is not a wound. So instead of single wounds against Abby, it does fail on a 1, but it is only damage 1. So that's 19 wounds left remaining. Okay, we've got the 2 heavy bolters now. 6 shots.
6 shots.
Hitting on
2,
3s.
4, 6, I'm sure. Alright.
To hit. All but 1.
Ooh, okay.
To wound now, 5s.
Yeah.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Saves of 4 or more required here. A 1 and a 5, so she's down to 18 wounds, but still pretty healthy. Then finally the Stormbolter.
Yep.
4
so I
shots.
believe we're in rapid fire range.
You are.
Yep, cool.
That is 2 hits. To wounds now 6s. No, that's it. Battle Predator has done its best job that it can. Tactical squad number 1. Opening with a heavy flamer against these infiltrators here. D6 shots. 2 shots. Strength 5 against toughness, I believe.
They are toughness 3.
3, yeah, so 3 to wound.
Yep.
2 wounds, and the minus is 1.
Yep.
So 5 plus.
5 plus saves. No, so 1 is killed and 1 is on 1 wound, because 1 was already wounded previously. We then got the bolters here, so that's 6 shots plus a pistol, 7.
6 shots and pistol.
Wow, only 3 hits.
Okay.
Then to wound, 3s. 2 wounds, 2 normal armor saves.
4 plus.
Saves 1, so that's another 1 killed there. This tactical squad now trying to press the issue. Heavy flamer, D6 shots. 5 this time. To wound, 3s. That is 3 wounds. To save, 5s. No, so that's 1 killed and another on 1 wounds, and then we have the 7 bolt rounds. 3s. Okay, and then 3s again. That is 1 wound, 1 save of 4 up. Fails it, so that's a second to last 1 killed. Wowzers.
Just the alpha or primary.
Wowzers.
Princeps.
3 bolter rounds from over here now into this Princeps. Can he survive? All 3 hit. Three's to wound. 2 wounds, 1 for each wound that he has. Saves of 4 or more are required. The first one is a save, so he's guaranteed to live. The second one is a fail. He's got 1 wound left, people. This predator now is firing across the bastion into the last robots. Auto cannon. 2d3 shots.
Boom, boom, baby.
Only 2 shots though.
Okay.
To hit. Double 1. It seems that the luck
Snake
was
eyes.
all in the last turn. This robot cannot be destroyed.
He is determined.
He is.
Yeah.
6 heavy bolter rounds now.
Yep.
Wow, only
okay.
3 hits. Can you believe it?
It
And
is.
then
It is starting to
5s to wound. Only 1 wound. The robot doesn't have Aegis protocols in effect anymore because he did change them. So it is a well with a -1, and you don't have Shroud Psalm. It's actually a 4-up save required. Which he rolled a 1 anyway. So after all of that, so 4 wounds left. He is still, of course, alive. Do you know what you're firing next, Sanga?
Las, same target.
Twin las cannon across the bastion here into this robot. We've already established it can see him. To hit, 2 shots. Double 1. The robot stands.
Oh my god!
This twin las cannon now fires through here at the Dune Crawler. Here we go. To hit. 2 hits this time to wound.
Whoop. Excuse me.
That is 2 wounds. 5+ invulnerable saves required for the Dune Crawler. No, he fails both. That is 2d6 damage on the Dune Crawler. This could be good night. It is good night.
Does it explode?
Does it blow up?
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
No, the opposite. That brings us to the charge phase, people. The Librarian Dreadnought, with no Dune Crawler standing before it, now charges the Dominus, who will overwatch. D3 shots. It's the big 3.
Ooh.
6s are required here. No, double 1 and a 5 will not do it. Okay. Oh dear. Can the Librarian Dreadnought make the charge though?
How far do you think that is?
I think
5?
a 4 will do it, maybe a 5.
It's 5.
It is a 5. Should we double check? He is in fact 5 inches away, so he does succeed in the charge. We have another charge being declared over here now. He will of course receive some more overwatch. This squad into the Infiltrator. 5 shots. No hits. Can he make the charge? An 11? Yes he can. So straight into the fight phase now. This squad's got 4, 5, 6 attacks with the chainsword in total. Let's do it. Right, not bad. 5 hits. 2 wounds. That is only 2 wounds. Okay. To save. Does fail it. He only had 1 wound left. He is slain. Now for this combat. Librarian Dreadnought. Warlord versus the Dominus here.
So what I'm going to do with this one,
Yep.
just because I'm curious, I've got he's got 3 attacks base.
Yep.
So I'm going to attack twice with the Furiosa Fist
Yep.
and once with the Halberd.
Cool. Now, I should say as well, is that because you now have 2 units within an inch, or you did at the beginning of this phase, the litanies of the Electromancer is that in?
Yeah.
So on a roll of a 6, they will actually take D3 mortal wounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's just do that, just because I've remembered here. Nope.
No.
And for the Librarian Dreadnought, perhaps more importantly, No, it's a 1. It's an insult. Oh, no.
This is the last time I'm borrowing a unit from Beard.
Yes.
I'm blaming entirely.
Yes, I would.
I hope you're watching this bit. I hope you feel real good about
Oh,
yourself.
he'll be grinning somewhere. Every time a 1 is rolled, beard grows an inch longer. Mm-hmm. It's true. Okay, so
It's down to his feet right about now.
that's right. Well, he cuts it every few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right,
It's a full-time job.
That's why he's not been on in a little while.
No, yeah.
the Librarian Dreadnoughts.
So we got 2 with the fierce. That's 2 up.
Yep.
Oh,
hit.
just 1. Okay.
2 wounds.
Yep.
Strength.
So his strength is the fierce defensive times 2. That makes it strength 12.
Okay, so he's wounding on 2s.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Ooh!
Fist! Wow!
1.
It
Interesting.
really has turned,
He's still
hasn't
got
it?
2 other attacks, and this is with the 1 attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, with the halberd
Mm-hmm.
to hit.
No! What?
Well. That was
Good
unexpected.
Lord.
Oh, no. So what we're doing now is the Dominus gets the hit back, and he's employing the data spike stratagem, which means after he's done his attacks, he'll do D3 mortal wounds on the Librarian Dreadnoughts. Crazy.
Crazy.
Here we go. Now, what's he hitting with here?
So we've got with his axe, he has 3 strength 5 attacks.
Okay. To hit. Is these reroll 1s in just the shooting phase?
I'm just going to double check. Yes, just the shooting phase.
Okay, so 2 hits. 2 wounds. 5s. That is 1 wound. And the minus on the axe?
-2, and it's 2 damage if it goes
2
through.
damage.
Right.
Can he save on a 5 or a 6? That's another 1.
Can I command point that?
You can, sir.
I've been a silly Billy. I haven't been using my command points as nearly as much as
There
I
we
probably
go.
should have.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Faulty, I learned.
Just
5 or 6,
re-rolling.
right? Yeah,
5
okay.
or a 6. Mr. Sanga,
No.
it's a 4. Classic. Well, that's when you need the command point. It won't work anyway. Okay, so that's 2 damage down on that Dreadnought.
And now we're going to do D3 mortal.
Now
wounds.
D3 mortal wounds on the data spike.
Good lord.
It's the big 3, people. 5 wounds gone from your warlord, sir.
Oh, really?
So that's the end of the turn for the Sanga. Now he made 1 mistake. Other than the command, you could have perhaps used the command reroll earlier.
Yeah.
He forgot the Narthesium as well. I forgot to remind him, and he forgot to regenerate one of the Marines.
In amongst all that excitement.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was looking so dire for Abby that he just got so excited and went straight on to firing all that melter, which then, whiffed hard. So,
I don't think it would have done much difference anyway.
not with the way you were rolling.
No,
no. So, at the end of this turn, though, you did get hold the line. Okay? Because you killed the unit that was in your deployment zone. You've got 3 units in yours. So that gives you a victory point. Did you destroy anything with firepower? Yes, you did.
Yes,
Dunecrawler. 2 of them. But not... You didn't destroy 3 units, though, did you?
No.
No, because that was done in combat.
Yes, it was.
So that's another point there. So that's 2 points. Then we have defend objective 1. Where's that? Right, you're halfway towards that this turn.
Yes.
You haven't got it yet. You will achieve it at the end of Stig's turn if he doesn't kill those Marines.
Yeah.
But that still, Sanga, puts you on a whopping 9 points. To Stig, how many points are you on? We call that a donut in the industry.
Yeah, that's what it's technically known as, I think.
Well, we're now in turn 2 for the Mechanicus. He's got defend objective 4, still got Rumours of Revelation, and defend objective 5. We also now do need to roll for the D3 wounds. 2 wounds repaired on this robot. Oh yeah, sorry.
No, I
of
was
course.
doing
You're
that's
doing it
this
for
one.
him?
Sorry,
Okay,
this
so
is
it's the
this.
Dominus.
This is his master bionics, so that's his
Yep.
repair on himself. I do the
Now
wounds
you're
on
doing
that
the data.
one.
That's at the end
after
of the
move.
movement phase.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So
Oh, it's a tense one, isn't it? He needs Abby to power up this turn. Let's come back to him at the end of this movement phase. It's the movement phase, and Abby has kicked it off. Hopefully she's about to kick something off. Tough one for me because 1950 Space Robot is my favourite unit ever. But Blood Angels are my favourite chapter.
Ooh, he's torn, folks.
What am I supposed to do? But regardless, Abby goes towards the two characters. The robots remain static, didn't they?
Yeah, because he's in the is it Protector where he gets to shoot twice in this.
Yes.
So he's not allowed to move.
But he can shoot twice.
And I can actually right now see how many wounds I'm going to get.
Yep, so let's do that. Oof. Just the one again, so back up to 5. Belisarius' call came out slightly. I believe he is now in range with his solar atomizer.
Yep, he's also got a lovely 9-inch bubble.
9-inch bubble on all of those units. Fantastic. Still got 2 units of troops here, folks. It's not, he's not completely thin on the ground. It's just 1 unit you can't see underneath this Sky Shield landing pad.
And that's got the 2 arc rifles in it.
Right. So that's the movement phase. He needs Abby to decimate. He needs to clean everything, really. Needs to destroy the Stormraven, the Librarian Dreadnought, the Assault Marines, both these characters, and perhaps even potentially the Bow Predator in a single turn. Can he do it? Let's find out. Shooting phase next. We're opening with the Dominus and his pistol into the Librarian Dreadnought. They are still in combat. Here we go. It's 5 shots. They've all hit. Does he hit on 2s?
He hits on 3s.
Ah, okay, interesting. Now to wound. It's only strength.
But I'm within 9 inches.
Are you within 9?
4,
Yes, of course. So re-roll. Okay. Classic.
Brilliant.
Now the strength is 4. 5.
Strength 4 on this
okay,
one.
so 5's to wound. Got 2 wounds there, people. Is there any minus on this pistol?
No.
Okay, so it's normal 3-up saves. The Sanga passes both. No problem at all.
Okay. We're going to move
next?
straight on with Call.
Solar Atomizer into the Stormraven, which is now hovering.
And now this is Assault D3.
This is your moment, man.
This is it.
I'd really like 3 of these.
D3 shots, Mr. Stig.
Oh!
It's a 6, people.
Oi.
That's 3 shots.
Okay, this is Strength 10.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
First of all, to hit, 2's re-rolling.
Yeah.
They all hit. To wound, 3s. That's 1, 2, 3 wounds.
Oh, well then.
And the minus?
So the minus is 4, and it's D3 damage. And in fact, actually, yeah, no, he's not quite in half range. He's not in
No.
half
So
range.
minus 4, which means the Stormraven doesn't get any save. It's 3d3 damage, people. As long as he doesn't roll a triple 1 or 2, he has destroyed the Stormraven.
Should we do these one at a time? Just
Go
to,
on.
You know.
Oh, he knows.
Oh!
It's off the board.
Oh!
No! 1. Stig. He does it! Just! Just! He does it just.
Oh dear!
Does it blow up on the roll of a 6? I cannot take the stress any longer, people. The roll of a 6.
About to blow an artery or something. Here we go.
It doesn't blow up, but at least he has destroyed the Stormraven.
Well done, sir.
Just. It's Abby next, people. Abby next. She is firing the Melter Gun into the Bow Predator, the Rapid Fire Battle Cannon into the Bow Predator, the Stubber into the single Marine Melter Gun here.
Let's start with the Stubber.
Start with the Stubber.
Just because, you know, I'd
3
like
shots.
to, you know.
See if we can just get an easy kill.
Exactly.
Is it, Stig?
Let's start off with some good luck.
Yeah, he's a killer. Is that what you think?
To hit. 3s.
Oof.
Stig. Oh my goodness. To wound.
Right.
You can't have 2 beards doing that.
4. It's a 4. It is a wound, people. It's a save or die situation.
Any minuses on that? Or?
No minus.
No,
Okay, cool.
not on the Stubber.
6. How insulting.
Because I called it an easy win, that's what it is. It's fair enough, I feel
Okay.
pissed off with that.
We now have a Melter Gun.
Right, Assault 1 and it's Strength 8 and we're going into
The Bow
Predator. We've not moved any, so we're just Ballistical 3. 3+.
To hit on a 4. Wounds on a 3. It is a wound. There's no save -4. It is in melter range. So it's 2d6. Pick the highest for damage. 4. Okay. That means it's got 6 wounds left, folks.
And we go straight into.
And we go straight into a rapid fire battle cannon. 2d6 shots here. It's 6, 7, 8, 9. Very nice. I don't know how you folks are doing at home, but this game has been very stressful to watch from me.
How's the edge of this seat feeling, guys?
I mean, it's really swung, this game. To hit now, 3s. Okay, pretty healthy. 3 misses. Oh, is it 4 misses?
4 misses.
Okay. 5 hits. 3's the wound, Stig. It's 3's the wound.
I can't take it.
He wounds every single one.
Done. Whee.
Mr. Edwards.
-2 down. IP -2 on this one.
-2.
So it's 5s and 6s to save.
Oh, okay.
But it's not as if the Sanga could save all of them, is it?
Well, now that you mention it.
Sanga passes 2. That's 3d3 damage. Now, I don't want to call it, but the average says it should be dead.
Oh, God, I can't take it. I can't take this anymore.
It's got 6 wounds left. Average is 6. 3, 4, 5, Stig. Oh my goodness.
Reroll.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that your last command point?
No, I'm not going to do the reroll.
Oh!
I'm not going to do the reroll.
Big call, ladies and gentlemen. Big call.
It's Vanguard time. The plasma caliber overcharges. Fires at the bow predator. The rad carbines all fire at these 3 marines that are halfway towards taking that objective.
I'm going to need a glass of wine after this.
I don't drink and I need one.
Sod it, I might even need whiskey.
I'm preparing
Right.
some dice.
Preparing dice here. Are we opening with the plasma caliber first?
Yeah, I think we should do.
Overcharging, but they've got a re-roll with Belisarius.
Right, let's go with this.
It's 2 shots, Mr. Stig.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I could see you only had 1 die there.
Nerves, I'm so excited. Right.
Stuff you have to put
To
up
hit.
with, Lawrence.
1 hit. Now you can re-roll it.
No,
You're not going to.
no,
Really?
yeah.
You're too scared about the death.
No. There's other stuff. Yeah, there's other stuff.
Okay. So 1 hit, can he wound? The stress is putting me through. To wound. 3 or more. He does it. Now all the Sanga needs to do is roll a 6 and he'll save.
That's all.
4 up, don't forget.
No, this is on your bow
sorry. I
predator,
thought you
my
were shooting
friends.
them. I'm sorry. The stuff you have to put up with. So, right, okay.
You need a 6, Mr. Sanga.
I mean, it's not like that's never happened
If
before.
you roll a 6, no.
If I roll a 6, I'll faint.
Oh! That means the bow predator is destroyed. Will it blow up, sir?
No.
No, it will not. Radium carbines for some radiation burning against these 3 marines.
8 assault 3.
That's very nice.
Wow.
Lots and lots.
Very nice. And you can re-roll the misses.
Ones and 2s, sorry.
That's right.
I'm seeing lots of skulls.
Yeah. They only do
a
extra
lot of
stuff
hits.
on the
On 6s to wounds.
on wounds,
But it's
it
not
doesn't
relevant
matter
against
anyway.
these because they're single wounds
I'm gonna
models.
roll these here just
Yep.
so I don't get confused.
All but 1 hits. That is pretty epic.
This
But
is
now
where I
it's
like the
5
Vanguard.
stories. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I like the rate of fire. I like Rangers as well. I like
Yeah.
them for different things.
Yeah, and I think we've still got some rangers down here that are going to have a go at a couple
Yeah.
of things potentially anyway, so...
Okay, 5's to wound, Mr. Stig. 5's to wound.
That's all!
When you say it like that, man.
Okay.
I'm seeing some skulls.
I'm seeing a few, but nowhere near enough, considering how many dice you have. In fact, you've only got 4, Stig. You've only got 4 wounds.
Terrible.
Okay. 4 saves, please, Mr. Sanga.
Yep.
4 saves here. 3s or more.
Well, we got the Shield of Sanguinius still in effect, but
Sure, but that doesn't matter.
not against this one anyway. Yep. 3s or more.
He makes all but 1.
One.
1 is slain. He takes the sergeant. Here we go, team. It's Ranger time. He's got 2 arc rifles, 3 galvanic rifles.
One arc
rifle, sorry.
See?
What are you firing at?
I'm going to fire at the 2 melter gun assault.
These 2 here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this happen. So we're opening up with galvanic. 2 hits with a reroll. 3 hits. 2 wounds.
Like that
4s. Right, 2 3s and a 4, so no -1 there, but straight up 3 up armor saves here. That is a fail. 1 melter gun left alive then.
Interesting.
Okay.
Arc rifle.
Arc rifle. Strength 6 gun, I think.
Ooh.
It's a miss, but can reroll. It is a hit to wound. 3s. It is a wound on a 4. And it's a -1, I believe.
Yep.
It's a 4 up save for the Sanga. It's
No.
a 3 Sanga. That unit is killed.
I've already command pointed this turn, haven't I?
Have you used a command point this turn? I don't think you have.
I don't think you have.
Actually,
Okay.
sir.
If we agree that we haven't, so right.
Okay.
Thought I did, but yeah.
He
No,
rolled a
doesn't
2
matter.
anyway. The unit is destroyed. I think that leaves Sanga with 3 command points left in total,
Yep.
as I recall.
Mhm.
And Stig with 1 command point left. Okay, interesting. 1950 Space Robot. Firing twice against these 2 melter guns.
Shall I do them all in one go or fire one?
May as well do them at all in one go. You're only allowed to fire at the same target anyway, as I recall. So
They're the only target that I can actually shoot at anyway,
True.
so it doesn't, even if that's not the case, so if
True.
someone tells us off, we're still...
still legal. All right, rolling to hit. 4s, but re-rolling.
Luckily.
Yeah. And that one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Okay, only 1 hit translated out of the re-rolls. But he's got so many hits on those 2 Marines that they're not likely to survive. It's now 3s to wound. That one as well, Mr.
thank
Stig. Okay, and this is at a -2. Sanga, you've got to take 3, 6, 7, 8 saves of 5 up. 8 saves of 5 up.
Alright, guys.
It's Sanga.
It's time to boss it!
No,
No, okay.
Team, we're in the charge phase, and then we just skipped it and went to the fight phase. Because he couldn't fail the charge. However, he will need to receive, and by he I mean, sorry, she, Abby, will receive 2 melter guns on Overwatch from the priest and the chaplain.
Infernal pistol.
Inferno, yes,
Doesn't
they
matter.
are infernal, and they're also infernal. They both miss though.
Nope.
So it is now time for the
Right.
knight to do her second line dance of the game. It's 12 attacks with the Titanic feet.
Did it? I'm not singing on camera.
You've gone shy.
Now you're doing
I'm not
6
singing ABBA on camera, let's put it that way.
We'll do 6 on each.
6 attacks on each.
I'm throwing dice
The
now.
nerves are obviously getting to the place here at the table.
Sweaty hands.
Where's
So
that whiskey?
6 attacks on the chaplain. 3s. Oh dear. That's
a bit
only
rubbish.
2 hits. It is now 2s to wound, but yeah, let's go straight into it. 2s to wound. They do both wound. Now the chaplain, I believe, has a Rosarius for a 4+ invulnerable save.
He does, so let's do that. 4+.
The Sanga. Fails
No.
the second one. So you had 2. Fails that too. It is 2d3 damage, so you can still potentially kill this chaplain. Now you need a 5 or a 6 on this roll, Stig. No, I believe the chaplain has 4 wounds. So now he's still alive with 1 wound left. Shocking. 6 attacks on the sanguinary priest. Thank goodness.
Oh.
Better. 5 hits, 2s to wound. 2 ones. That's 3 wounds. Does the Sanguinary Priest have an invulnerable save?
I don't think so. Let me check.
Okay. Saves of 5 or more required here for the Sanguinary Priest. 1 save. It's now 2d3 damage yet again. Average says, Stig.
Oh, don't talk about averages. Abigail is not
He
average.
does it. 4 wounds. So Sister Abigail does splat the Sanguinary Priest, but the chaplain survives. Oh, he's just dropped the stratagem bomb. You've just spent 2 command points, haven't you, Sanga?
Oh, yes.
You've interrupted the sequence. Now the Librarian Dreadnought will hit the Dominus again.
You better believe it!
Oh dear. And just when we thought the Dominus might take that Dreadnought, perhaps not. He's only got 1 command point now left to Sanga. So what are you hitting with?
So I'm just going to go all 3 attacks with the Furiosa Fist.
Fair enough.
Right, so he hits on 2s.
Yep. He's hit
Hit all 3.
3 times.
Yep.
It's 2s to wound.
Yep.
2s. It's 3 wounds.
What's the minus?
Didn't whiff this time.
The minus on the Furiosa Fist is 4.
So that means the Dominus will have to make use of his, I think it's a 5+ invulnerable refractor field save.
Refractor field, 5+.
Okay. Triple 5 and 6 is what really the Stig wants.
I needed that.
What's the damage of this weapon?
3.
Flat 3.
It is a flat 3.
Oh!
And the Dominus is crushed underfoot. That leaves only 1 combat round left. That's the chaplain hitting Abby back for her insolent attack. Here we go.
Killed
2
his
hits.
brother.
Yep. 3 hits.
3 hits.
To wound. 5s. 1 wound.
1 wound.
To save for Abby. 6. She saves in style. That marks the end of the turn, Stig.
Yep.
Did you secure any objectives?
No.
Will
But I
you-
did clear off the stuff from Objective 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Will
So,
you
hey.
discard any objectives this turn?
Uh,
You can discard up to 1 a turn.
I'm going to discard Defend Objective 4.
Okay, so he's gotten rid of objective 4. It is the Sanga. Or did you mean defend objective 5?
No, I want 5 because that's this one.
Okay, so that's an easy one.
But yeah, because this is control as opposed to defend.
Okay. It is the Sanga then. Turn 3 coming up next. He's got some options still.
Well, yeah.
Problem is, he is starting to become a little thin on the ground. And actually,
Aren't
if he
we all?
can't deal with this with this knight,
Yeah.
he could face potential tabling at his hands.
Who'd have thought it?
Let's see what happens.
Son of a gun!
Turn 3 for the Blood Angels coming up next. It's a new battle round, so we're running fresh on the canticles here. 2d6. He's got Shroud's Arm, that was a 4
That was
there.
a 4 before I knocked
Yes,
it.
it was. And then you got a 1. What will you do with that?
I'm going to make that a 2 as listening to Electromancer,
Okay.
betting that I may end up in combat again.
Did you have Litanies of the Electromancer last turn? Yes.
Yes.
But it wouldn't have mattered because you didn't have the canticles
Yeah.
on this night anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So we know what the canticles are doing this turn. Let's see what
And
the Sanga does.
on that point, I'm going to use my last command point.
Knight of the Cog. So this is Quest Mechanicus unit from your army within 12 inches of friendly Mechanicus character.
Which I think he should still be.
Is she within 12
Sorry,
inches? I don't know. No, she's not.
Oh no!
So
I won't be using
that's
that.
All right. You won't be turning that command points.
Damn
but,
it.
It's worth a little go. Movement phase, folks. For Blood Angels turn 3, he's got Defend Objective 2. Big Game Hunter and Master the Warp. Again, he can rack up a dominating lead here for the Maelstrom. But more importantly, I think this game's going to be more about, can he destroy the Knight this turn? can he potentially kill Belisarius Cool this turn? I think if he does, that may be a blow which is far too deadly for the Mechanicus to return from. But if he can't, all of a sudden this knight with 3 more turns could potentially start to wade through this army. And if Cool survived, then it will be almost a certain death for the Librarian Warlord, which is the last thing threatening the Mechanicus line.
This is tense, folks.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting, actually.
I might finally get a point if that happens.
It's true. So really, the Mechanicus are going for a potential tabling, and the Sanga really here is just trying to take out the last few teeth that this cornered lion has. So what we have here is, of course, the Chaplains retreated. Melter guns come out to play. Marines forming a defensive perimeter. The Predator had to move out slightly to ensure it had line of sight against the Knights. And 2 twin las cannon Razorbacks didn't have to move at all. They had line of sight as they were. Of course, the Furioso Librarian Dreadnought has come towards Belisarius Cool. It's Warlord against Warlord. It's the Psychic phase coming up next. Let's see what he does.
Right.
Unleash Rage is the first power he wishes to cast.
So I'm casting it on himself.
Yep,
obviously.
so it'd be a +1 attack. Is
Plus
that
1
correct?
attack, yep.
Okay.
So it's a warp charge of 6.
Unleash Rage.
That's the way.
11. If that was Smite, would have been D6 mortal wounds there, but it does go off nonetheless without a pass. And now for Smite.
Smite,
Sir.
which is 5.
That goes off on a 9, so it's D3 mortal wounds here against Belisarius Cool. So no. Oh, just the one. Only the one. So Cool is notoriously very difficult to kill. That could be a problem for the Furioso, unless he gets a good hit off with the Melter. Let's see what happens.
Well, let's do that.
So we're straight into the shooting phase. The Warlord here, he needs to soften Cool enough to ensure that he can kill him in the charge phase. But remember, if he brings it to the charge phase, he will get Overwatch attacks from Cool, which is slightly nerve-wracking. Let's see what happens.
Telling me.
Melter gun.
Yep.
Into Cool. To hit.
Oh, man.
Does he doesn't re-roll once, does he?
No, I can command point that if I want to.
He
How
could.
many have you got
Yeah,
left?
I got 1
That would
left.
be his last one.
I'm really... Yeah.
Yeah. He re-rolls.
Who are you kidding?
Oh,
He re-rolls.
this is... You can't write this stuff, really. That's more like
It's
it.
a hit. Now, Cool, I believe, is like something like toughness 6.
He
All
is
right.
So it is
toughness
actually
6.
3s to wound.
Right.
To wound.
Yes.
He does wound. Now, Cool has an invulnerable save. I believe it's also a 5+ refractor field.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. For Cool to save. He's done it. He's rolled a 5. Cool is in a very strong position here. The Librarian Dreadnought is not guaranteed to kill him, and he would have to weather the Overwatch first. Tense stuff. Do we know what we're firing next, Sanga?
Yes. There's a pistol and a melter gun over here.
Okay.
They're going straight for Abby.
Should we open with the Melter
The
Gun
Melter Gun.
against Abby?
Kaboom.
Hits. Oh, goodness.
3s, man. What's going on?
It's a 4 to wound.
Oh,
It's a 3. Okay.
Pistol.
Pistol. Oh my goodness. To hit. Hits on a 6.
Mark for death.
Marks for death.
Kind of.
Indeed.
It's an Imperial knife, it's
That's
basically.
it. We'll move swiftly on from that.
It's almost not funny anymore.
Twin las cannon.
Right.
Razorback into Abby. 2 hits. Very nice start. 3s to wounds this time. That's 1 wound. It's an invulnerable save of 5 or more here. He does fail it. It's D6 damage. It's 4 wounds from Abby. She's got 14 left. We then move on to the second Razorback. Twin las cannon. To hit. Both hit.
That's what I'm talking about.
To wounds. Both wounds. Mr. Stig. 5s or more. Oh, goodness. 5's a water save.
No way!
Double 6.
No way!
Double 6. Final predator. Final predator. Firing at Abby. He did move though.
Mm-hmm.
He did move. Which means it's a -1 to hit. 2d3 autocannon rounds.
Not bad.
6 autocannon rounds. It's 4s to hit. Two hit, but you've only rolled 5 dice.
There's one.
Oh, there was
Yeah,
no.
there we go.
It was, okay.
So we hit twice.
2 hits. 2 wounds. It is 2 wounds. It's 4 up saves now. The minus fails both of those. That's actually 4 damage from the autocannon. The damage is 2, right?
Damage is 3.
The damage is 3 on a predator autocannon?
Yeah. I'm reading it right.
Wow. Okay. 6 wounds that go through.
That's
She's only got 8
wild.
left. Oh, goodness. 6 heavy bolter rounds.
Oh.
That is
Okay.
2 hits. 5's to wound. It's another wound on a 6. It's another 4 up save required. Abby taking a hammer in here. She does pass that.
Oh, okay.
Would leave just infantry left. Let's see what he does. Just bolters are in range, so you're looking at 3, 6, 9 shots here against Abby.
9.
2 hits. Okay, 4 miss.
So 4 miss.
Yep.
Sorry.
And then it's to wound. 6s. No wounds. Okay, it's a bit of a clutch at straws there,
Yeah.
but
Well, we got 2 more of these to go.
I thought that was for 3 bolters, 3
Oh,
bolters,
big one.
3
Sorry,
bolters.
sorry.
Yes, they're all
no,
done.
you're right, you're right. Maths again.
Yeah. So that is the shooting phase over. Abby survives on 8 wounds. She survives, but she is badly damaged. Leaves it to the charge phase. It's Overwatch coming up next. We're in the charge phase, it's Overwatch time. Solar Atomizer from Belisarius Call as the Librarian Dreadnought charges him.
Assault D3.
Assault D3, it's 2 shots.
Strength 10.
Strength 10, 6s, 2 hits. That is a single 6. Wounds on 3s!
Oh.
That's a 1. Gets a 1 and fails to wound. Oh my
Goodness.
Librarian Dreadnought can't fail to charge at that range. That was extremely close. Don't forget he only had 3 wounds left, people. Well, let's go straight into the fight phase then. Attacks, Mr. Sanga.
So,
He's got the psychic power off, so it's 4 attacks now.
yep.
Oh, you also gave him Legendary Fighter, didn't you?
I did.
So actually you have 5 attacks on the charge.
Yes.
Okay, so hitting on.
On 2s.
Yep.
2s, and they'll all be the Furiosa Fist.
Okay.
Yep.
That is 4 hits. The wound is ×2 strength, isn't it?
Yep.
And his strength 6 is base, so I know that he will wound Cool on 2s. Could be very dangerous here for Belisarius. It's 4 wounds. Cool does have the 5+ invulnerable refractor fields. Oh no. Oh no.
How many damage are those if I...
They're flat 3 damage, I believe, the Sanga said last time.
If I remember correctly, yeah, Furiosa Fist is flat 3 damage.
7 wounds left.
That means that you need to pass 2 of these to guarantee to survive. 5s or 6s, Mr. Stig! 1, 6. Is that a god die? It is. Oh no. Reroll that dice, Mr. Stig. Mr. Stig!
Oh,
he gets it! 2 6s. He survived. He survived. Belisarius stands on 1 wound, and he'll start regenerating wounds next turn. But not before he hits the Furioso Dreadnought back.
Man.
Wowzers. Belisarius Call hits back now with his axe. Here we go. To hit. Does he hit on twos? He does.
Hits on twos. Yeah.
4 hits. Now, his strength.
These are strength 6.
Okay, so he is wounding on 5s. He's got 2 wounds. The minus on his axe, sir?
Minus axe is minus 2.
Okay, so the damage, though, what is that?
The damage is 2.
Right.
I need to pass at least one of these, don't I?
He's got how many wounds left?
3.
3. He has to pass 1.
And this is before I do my next.
Or he's dead.
Oh, well.
He needs to pass 1. He does pass 1. He's got 1 wound left, people.
Right.
He's got 1 wound left. They've both got 1 wound left.
If you kill me, I really hope I explode.
Well, then you take each
Take
other
him
down.
with him.
Right.
2 max.
Okay.
The Mechadendrite Hive.
Yes.
Which is 2d6 additional attacks.
Okay. It's 6 additional attacks. Goodness gracious. Right, hitting
Now,
on 2s.
These are, hitting on 2s, and these would be strength 5.
Okay. Okay, it's hit with 5. He wounds. Excuse me. He wounds now on 5s. That is an extremely stressful roll. Oh no! It's 3 wounds. That the Furioso Librarian is forced to endure. Oh goodness! Saves of 3 or more.
Right. Let's do them one at a time.
Oh, Sanga, please. To save the first. To
Yes.
save. The second for the Sanga.
Yes.
It's a save. The third and final save that he is required to make this turn.
I just want you all to know I'm about to pass out.
It's a 2! Right, now before we remove the Librarian Dreadnoughts. On the roll of a 6, I think we need to confirm if the Dreadnought does explode, actually.
Pretty sure it does.
I think it should.
It
But
just
let's
should
double
for this
check.
game.
Team, he does explode. Cyan needs to roll a 6 to ensure that he's removed Belisarius' Call from this equation. So that his Librarian, Dreadnought and Warlord did not die in vain. Sanga. 6. It's a 6!
Oh, no way!
That is double tap outs, or in Street Fighter, it's a double KO.
Does
It's a
that
double KO. Slay the Warlord, slay the
Warlord.
Yeah.
My God!
Now,
Because he needed more points.
that's right. So it's D3 mortal wounds. We know Call is dead. Nothing to roll for there. The Data Smith is within the 3-inch radius. D3.
How many was he? Is he?
4.
He's 4, so you can't
Oh,
kill him,
can't
but you
kill
can hurt him.
Fair enough.
It is the big 3. So there we go. Data Smith is also not slain.
No,
sorry, he's on 1
One
wound.
wound.
That marks the end of the Sanga's turn. An incredibly mixed turn. Abby does still stand. And as long as she stands, there is hope for the Mechanicus. But losing Call was a big blow. It was a very close run thing. Sanga, you got another point for Master the Warp. You haven't got Big Game Hunter or Defend Objective 2 yet. So it puts you on 10 points plus Warlord, 11 points to the Mechanicum's 1 point. But it is the Mechanicum turn 2. I've just realised something. We should roll for it because it is a potential game changer.
What?
You had your listeners of the Electromancer, didn't you,
I
Stig?
did indeed.
The minute he went within an inch of you,
I should have been able to do
D3 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
Hang on, what?
Now, it actually would it make a difference because he would have blown up anyway.
He'd have blown up
But
anyway.
could you? It will only matter if you would have killed him with your attacks.
Yes, because he would have then have been
Oh no, but he charged you.
Yeah.
So actually, he would have always got to attack you first. He had 3 wounds left. But he had 3 wounds left.
The second he moved in, he would have got D3 mortal wounds.
Okay, so basically, Stig will need to roll a 6 for it to activate, and then he would need to roll a 5 or a 6.
I can't handle this.
To destroy the Furioso librarian before he actually swung.
No.
Mr. Litanies of the... We need to do it because people would have commented, Litanies of the Electromancer.
Fair enough.
Let's do it. No, it never went off.
Yeah!
There we go. So we appease. It happened as it was supposed to. I think that was the most cinematic thing to happen anyway. But we did at least roll for it because there was a chance of killing that Librarian Dreadnought before he struck. Okay, that's that. Let's move swiftly on. It's Mechanicus, turn 3, coming up next. It's turn 3 for the Mechanicus. This is a turn 3 summary. We're just going to quickly roll for your viewing pleasure the regeneration of this robot. It's the big 3. So on max wounds, he did draw defend objective 3 this turn for a card, which is actually this one. So the Tech Priest Engine Seer came down to start holding it. But I think we can all recognise that this is not really about the points because he's trailing so far behind.
Man event's over here, everyone.
All of the infantry have started to come out. It's all on the knight's shoulders now. That's what it is. This game rests on her shoulders. She has come this way and would be in charge range of all 3 units at the end of the turn. We're going to go straight into the shooting phase.
Start with the rapid fire battle cannon.
Okay, and we're firing at what?
The Predator.
We're firing at the Predator over here. 2d6 shots. It is 11 shots.
My God.
Wow. Now, the stratagem Machine Spirit Resurgent was also employed using the last command point this turn, meaning that she is acting on her top profile, the undamaged profile, which is huge, which is why she could move so quickly. So here we go. 11 shots. Freeze. Okay. It's a lot of hits. It's 3s to wounds.
Boogie, 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 boogie.
3s to wounds here. That is a lot of wounds. 6, in fact. 6 saves of 5 or more. This Predator is potentially in trouble here. 3 saves. It was good. It's 3d3 damage. So the Predator is guaranteed to survive that fire, but it is... Right, only 4 wounds go through. Could have been far worse. We then have a melter gun. Which squad is that firing at? Or is it...
I'm doing melter squad and into this one.
Okay. And then the stubber as well?
Into that one too.
Okay.
So
melter gun's 1 shot, stubber is 3. So 1 shot from the melter is a miss on a 2. The 3 shots from the stubber. 3 hits, and then wounds on 4s, strength 4 versus toughness 4. That is 3 wounds. It's 3 armor saves now, with 3 or more. Makes all 3. Very nice. Okay. We've got the Castellan robot here. Can fire twice, didn't move.
Yeah.
But has to fire twice at the same target. The nearest model actually is the character. It is slightly further across here with the base, so could target the chaplain, or could go for the single melter.
So I'm going to do the chaplain. Okay. Yeah, they're both on 1 wound anyway.
Yes, very true.
So I'm going to. Well, I've got 9 attacks first of all.
Yeah, well, 9 rounds will probably do it before you even need to fire your second batch.
Let's just do the 9.
Let's see. 9 shots.
He said.
No re-rolls though. No re-rolls, and it's 4s to hit.
Sorry, 4s.
Okay, so that is 4 hits at strength 6, 3s to wounds. That's all 4 wounds. It will need to take his 4+ invulnerable save because it's a -2 weapon.
Yep.
Needs to make every single one.
4+. Boom. Dang.
Valiant effort, but no, the chaplain is slain. It's a dead chaplain, folks.
Okay.
We've then got
we're going to move on to, we have the plasma from this Vanguard unit into the Predator.
Okay.
And we're going to have the 8 Vanguard into that one melter.
Okay. Is the plasma overcharging?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, why not? Okay. What are we starting with?
Let's start with the plasma.
Okay. Plasma. So overcharging strength 8, 2 shots, hitting on 3s, but only 1s, and it's killed. Both hits. Okay. To wound is 3s. Both wound, and it's -3.
Oh.
So double 6 is required to save both.
Wow. Wouldn't that be something? Nope.
No, that is 4 damage on that Predator. So it's gone from 7 wounds now, taking another 4. Very good. Okay, and then we've got the radium carbines.
Yeah, so I've got 8 guys, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah.
Okay.
So, talk about yourselves, people. We'll get lots of dice.
Lots of radiation poisoning about to happen here. That Marine should, in theory, be dead.
I'd be very disappointed
Let's
if
see.
I managed to completely do this, and I've
He
said
is a
that
hero,
now.
though, don't forget.
He has been a
It's
hero
true.
so far. So
Pleased
let's
to
see.
No rerolls now. Okay, so removing those 1s and 2s.
Lots of ones here.
Yeah. And then it's 5s to wound. Can the melter gun survive? 5s. That is only, well, it's not bad. That's 2, 4, 5 wounds, Mr. Sanga. 5 wounds. 3s to save. Can the melter gun survive?
Yeah!
No, he just failed. Slain with
Valiant
the
effort.
last wound.
Man.
So, that leaves almost no targets for those galvanic rifles because they're not in range.
The arc rifles are out of range.
Right.
The galvanic rifles
Is a
have got
30-inch range, to be
range.
fair, yes.
So they will go for the same tac squad that I tried at previously.
Okay, so the
And
next
let me
one there.
just make sure I know how many I've got. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's just a 3.
Okay. 3 rifles. 2 hits. 2 wound. It's got his first 6, that's at a -1. The other one was a failed wound, so -1 save. It's the galvanic rifle rule, and it's a 4 up to save. It's a 6. He loves it. That just leaves the charge phase and the fight phase left. We're in the charge phase. Abigail declares a multi-charge against all 3 of these units.
She's bold.
She's
Abigail.
bold. And it's 3d6 heavy flamer shots that she'll be going into. 3d6 shots here, Sanga. In the Overwatch. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. Wounding on 5s. This could hurt Abby. This could hurt her a lot. 5s to wounds. 3 wounds.
Ooh, okay.
At -1, so it's 4s or more to save. Fails all 3.
Wow.
Abby has 5 wounds left. Plus, he now has 3 crack grenades being lobbed. No hits.
No hits.
And then lots of bolter rounds.
Yeah.
Lots of bolter rounds. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 bolter rounds. Sanga.
Give us a sec. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
She's got 5 wounds left. She's doing well. 6s.
Come on, boys, we don't need tags!
That is 3 hits. 3 marks for death. He then needs 6s again. Sorry, there was a 4th one in there.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
By the looks of it. It's now 6s again to wounds.
Nope.
No wounds. Okay, so she makes it in. No need to roll. Smash. How are you splitting the attacks? 3 on each squad?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. So I've got. Yeah.
Well, you actually, sorry, 4 on each squad.
4 on each squad, isn't it?
Yeah, my maths was bad there.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's start with 4 attacks on this unit first. the Titanic feat. That's 4 hits. It's 2s. That's 4 wounds, 5s and 6s to save. Oh, he's done really well.
Wow.
All but 1. That is not what he wanted, or rather, Abby wanted.
Yeah,
4 attacks on the middle squad. 3 hits, 2s. That's 2 wounds. You rolled a 1 off camera there. To save. Another one saves here. Only 1 killed from that unit.
This is good.
Finally, 2 hits. 2s. That's 2 wounds. And he does fail 2 there, so 2 Marines killed. But sadly, he's not forced enough casualties to force a morale check on any of the squads, which means that they will survive. It means they will survive. They can hit back now. So Edwards, if you would like to do your attacks quickly for the audience's viewing pleasure. You're looking at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 attacks back. And that's including your sergeants.
Right.
He hits on 3s. Can Abby be pulled down here?
Or can these
By mass
Marines be
Marines.
heroes?
Yeah.
Boost!
Right. Only 4 misses by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 misses again.
And then we're rolling the wounds. 6s.
It's a couple.
She takes
3.
3 more wounds here.
My number of the beast.
Oh dear. To save, 3s or more. She does save all of those.
Damn.
That marks the end of the turn. No points secured, sadly, for the Mechanicum. It would be Blood Angel's turn 4 coming up next. Team, this is a turn 4 summary. For the Blood Angels. It's no longer about cards. It's a matter of, can he destroy Abby? If he can't, the Sanga could be looking at a tabling here. Because this Predator is on its last tracks. And if Abby continues to wade into these Marines, she can and will kill them all. And this infantry will continue to go up the board. The robot will continue to fire twice. It's very likely this Predator will be destroyed next turn just by the robot alone. So we're going to go straight into the shooting phase. He's obviously fallen back with the Marines here. Can the Sanga destroy Abby? First of the twin las cannons coming in hot to hit.
Cannon.
Right, well that is an ominous start. Double 6. 3s to wound.
That's what we don't like.
2 2s. Abby is standing here. The next twin las cannon. Okay, to hit. To hit here. Both hit. Oh my goodness. To wounds! 1 wounds. Oh my goodness. There's no command points on either side here. On a 5 or a 6, the ion shield of Abby stops this las cannon. Oh no. On a 5 or a 6, she doesn't, with no reroll left. It's d6 damage. On the roll of a 5 or a 6, Abby is destroyed. He rolls a 3. She's got 2 wounds left. This Imperial Knight
He's stubborn.
is stubborn. That means that the Predator now will have to fire at her. None of the infantry can fire because they fell back. And the Predator is badly damaged. What ballistic skill does it have now?
5+.
Right, so 2d3 autocannon rounds. 3. Hitting on 5s. He's got a single hit. It's 5s to wound. No. Heavy bolter. 6 shots. Can he bring Abby down? 6 shots. 2 hits means she's... No, not guaranteed to survive. 5s and 6s to wound. He needs both to wound and her to fail both saves. He fails to wound with both. Abby is still in the game, but she only has 2 wounds. She's on her lowest damage profile, but as long as she stands, the Mechanicus has a chance. That means that we'll be going into turn 4 for the Adeptus Mechanicus. That's coming up next. This is it, a turn 4 summary, and yes, it is possible for the Mechanicum to win this game by tabling. It is very possible. Believe it, people. Because Abby can absolutely kill one of these units in combat. This robot is in 36-inch range of one of the units to fire twice. The Vanguard are all in rad carbine range and plasma caliber range of this 3-wound predator. So that means that, and then this arc rifle, is that also in range there as well?
Range of the predator.
So this means, let me break it down for you folks. If Abby fires a rapid fire battle cannon over here and the melter gun, destroys this Razorback, that the infantry destroy this predator, that the Castellan robot kills one of the units, and then Abby kills one of the other units on the charge, that Rob would only be left with 3 Marines and a single Razorback left on the board.
I'm thinking of a word, I can't say it on camera.
Which means that the Mechanicus would potentially have a 5th turn then to kill these last 3 Marines and destroy the final Razorback and win by tabling. And then if the game went on after that anyway, you know. Anyway, let's get on with the shooting. What are we opening with first?
Let's start with the plasma.
Okay, plasma caliber. Is it overcharging or is it staying on normal power?
Let's stay normal power.
Okay, it's not risking an overcharge. Wants to see if the game continues. He does hit twice. It is now because he didn't overcharge 4s to wound. He does wound once. It means it's a 6-up save, but only damage 1 because it's not overcharged. The Sanga rolls a 1, it's 2 wounds left on that predator.
Okay.
The rad carbines, they're already prepared.
That's all this lot.
They hit on 3s. Now the critical thing is that 6s means it does an additional damage point. That's the scary thing. That's what makes them very good. To hit, 3s. No rerolls here, it's all down to the dice gods to decide. 6s are what he needs to wound, but 6s do 2 damage for every failed save.
There's 2.
He's got 2 wounds left. Oh, Stig. On his debut here, it's 6s to wounds. Don't do this to me. A single wound. The survival of that predator comes down to a single roll of 1 save of 3 or more. Oh, we can't take this, people. On a 3 or more for the Sanga, Sanguinius, and the Blood Angels to have another unit left alive. Yes! He's on a 6!
Okay.
Okay. Now, it's not quite over. We've got arc rifle, 1 arc rifle,
3 galvanic
and
rifles.
3 galvanic rifles in range of that predator to hit with the arc rifle. 6. Oh no. To wound is a failed wound on a 3. The 3 galvanic rifles.
Yeah, but these did it.
To hit. 3 hits. To wound. He's got 2 wounds. That's 1. 1 is at a -1 save.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. The stress is very much.
Right.
Right. First of all, you need to make 1 save on a 4-up.
Yep.
Edwards.
No.
That leaves it with 1 wound. You now need to make a save of a 3, 4, 5, or a 6, or the predator is destroyed by the last galvanic rifle round. That's too much for me to watch. On a 3 or more, it survives! It does! On a 5, it survives! We're switching to Abby, folks. Rapid fire battle cannon and melter gun into this Razorback. The stubber, wait for it, into the predator. What are we opening with?
Let's start with the stubber. Okay. Come on.
3 shots from Abby. Now she is hitting on 5s. Oh, she misses. Okay, rapid fire battle cannon. How many shots?
So rapid fire battle cannon is 2d6.
8 shots. 5s to hit.
Bless you.
That was a cough, but thanks.
Hitting on 5s. She hits twice. 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
A lady.
It's 3s to wound. 3s to wound. She wounds all 3 times. Sanga really wants to make at least 1 save to try and ensure the Razorback survival. 5s or more. He does make 1 save. It is 2d3 damage before the melter gun goes in. It is only 3 points of damage. Could have been far worse. Looks like this Razorback is destined for survival, people.
Cool.
The melter gun on a 5 or more. Misses.
Whiff.
It's a whiff. Abby tried valiantly. It leaves just the Castellan robot left alive. The question is, will the Castellan robot now decide to finish off the Predator? Or will he go for one of the Marine units? Because Abby could technically kill the Marine units in combat. She would need to be lucky, but she could. What does the robot fire at?
Let's get rid of the Predator.
Okay, Predator it is. We're rolling to hits.
So we're firing
Just
twice
firing
again.
twice, so it is 4s. 4s.
Oh. Well.
Now surely this will be enough. It is 5s to wounds. That's the only tricky thing. 5s to wounds.
Oof.
She's only got 2, this robot, but it is -2. So Edwards needs a double 5 or a 6 for the Predator to save.
Yeah.
Sanga fails just. No point to roll if it blows up because it's not in the explosion radius of anything. But that Predator is destroyed.
Wow.
Bring us to just the charge phase. However, Abby, bless her, will need to receive 2d6 heavy flamer rounds here. Not to mention crack grenade potential and bolter potential. So 2d6 heavy flamer. Double 1. Oh, this game stresses me out. 5s and 6s to wounds. Doesn't wound. 2 crack grenades. Oh, 1 hits. To wounds. Oh dear, this is a potential game changer. To save, I forget the minus on the crack. I know it's at least -1 as I recall. I think it might be flat damage 2 or damage D3. This could kill Abby. Can you make a save, sir? He rolls a 5, so it is a guaranteed save. Okay, the eye on shields. Then the bolters, which is 2, 4, 6, 8 rounds left. So 2 units of 4 there. 6s. No hits. Nope. Abby makes it in. 12 attacks. Doing 6 on each unit. Does she hit on 5s in combat now? Or does her does her weapon skill degrade as well?
Yeah, 5 plus.
Okay, so it is 5. So 6 attacks on the first unit.
She's
5s.
She's a bit like a...
Right, only 1 hits. Kills on potentially 2s. Right, a 5 or 6 to save one of those Marines. Yes, survives. And then 6 attacks on the other unit. Looks like the Blood Angels will hang in here. Okay, that is better. 3 hits, 2s. Oh no, only 1 wound with a double 1. 5 or 6 to save. And he saves that 2 on a 5. It's a shocker, people. Abby at the last hurdle. The Marines, the Blood Angels, will not stand down in this battle. It is turn 4 for the Blood Angels. No, or is it your turn 5?
I've lost
Because
track.
you went first.
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah.
Stig's turn
Yeah.
4. It is turn 5 for the Blood Angels. That's coming up next. Turn 5 summary. These 2 units have fallen back. New canticles in order. Okay. No Shroud Psalm is the key thing there.
Damn it.
No Shroud Psalm.
Alright, so we've got 5 and 6, which means we have Invocation of Machine Might. Effective units have +1 strength,
Yeah.
and re-roll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase.
Not bad.
So that's not bad.
But we're going straight onto a heavy flamer, a crack grenade, and a rapid fire bolt gun into Abby.
Right.
Oh no. Heavy flamer,
Thanks.
D6 shots. 4.
4.
4 hits, 5s to wound. Will Blessed Prometheum finally bring the Demon Walker down? 1 wound. Won't be the thing to kill her. Save us on a 4 or more, with the -1. She does fail that. We're talking 1 wound left.
So let's
The crack grenade.
crack an age.
Sanga. Hits. To wound. Wounds. To save. Abby fails her save. The crack grenade. But does it detonate and take all of the Marines with it? 2d6 inch explosion if it goes off on a 6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
He rolls a 4. Okay, it doesn't happen. Abby goes down without a fight. It was a sad, but unfortunately, yes, she literally crashes and falls to pieces. Wow. That was just one of those very peculiar games. That went on longer than it should have, given the dominating lead that you had early on. And actually, you nearly tabled him and stole him.
Yeah.
If you had just the right side of the luck, you would have actually tabled the Sanga and won it by tabling.
I think the thing was the luck went both ways. Like, constantly moving back and forth.
It was.
It was crazy.
I mean, you made a strong comeback there in the end. Despite, getting hammered by that Stormraven, not bringing it down when you needed to.
But the Angels held firm.
They did. They did.
I mean, I don't know.
But as did the robots.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
and he's
They still stood.
There's one still there.
Yeah, of course. There's always one.
Honestly, guys, I'm not quite sure what to say about that. Yeah. I mean, well, actually, no, I tell a lie. I do. One, this list did far better or was far more resilient than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I think...
Good list.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Thing is, though, I have a feeling that that might have been one of those kind of freak occurrences.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we'll do next time, but who knows?
Well, the list can be tightened even more now. I think you found a nice core. Neither of these were like super optimized.
No.
But you've got a nice core to work with for sure.
I think it would have been very interesting if I'd had first turn.
Yeah.
I think you could have dominated quite easily.
It could have been rather different if that
incredible.
had
Well, I think statistically with 3 Doom Crawlers, that Stormraven was dead, and that meant that the Librarian Dreadnought was stuck up in your end of the board.
For sure.
And it was a very different game.
Yeah, totally.
It was a very different game.
We wouldn't have had that epic fight with Call though.
No, you wouldn't. Instead, the game went in such
There
amazing way.
There are things that happen in that game that will go down in legend.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was very stressful to film.
It was a fun
I didn't
game,
know.
though.
Yeah, and look,
Oh,
did
man.
you enjoy it? Steve?
I had an absolutely amazing time.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's
fun.
the most
It was a
important
great fun game.
That's probably the most fun I've had so far. Quite easily.
It was pretty epic, wasn't it? It really was.
Oh my God.
Well, look, good to have you two playing each other, and no doubt a rematch will happen at some point.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
With perhaps some, we'll up the game again. We'll maybe take a couple of even stronger lists.
Yep.
Who knows?
There's more robots on the way.
There's more robots on the way. But look, really, really good to have you on, Stig. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, man.
Welcome on board.
Cheers.
We're seeing plenty more of him. New resident Mechanicus player with a rapidly expanding army.
Yeah, it's getting there
which
now.
is exciting.
Quite a lot of options coming up. As I say, more robots on the way, and
That's right.
some different flavoured Dune Crawlers, some neutron lasers.
Yeah.
They're on the way next as well.
Yeah, some much stronger options. More 1950s robots, as you've said.
And I tell you what, the infantry were much better than I'd kind of expected. I did all right with those. I was all right with them. I think the Vanguard I was really pleased with.
Yeah.
It's that rate of fire just gives you a chance.
It does. It is good. I like the Vanguard a lot.
I like the Rangers too, though, and especially because I got a few extra shots that I wasn't expecting to get purely because that 30-inch range.
That's what I like. That's where I get torn. Like, I quite like the Rangers as well for that 30-inch range, but I'm a massive fan of the Transuranic Arquebus.
Yeah.
If you're taking multiple of it, just to get rid of some of these buffing characters.
Yeah, you've got to have, I think, 3 in a squad minimum to make it worthwhile.
Expensive, but very interesting.
Yeah, I've only got 2 painted at the moment, which is why I've not kind of given it a go. But yeah, maybe that's next.
Well, look, brilliantly fought game, guys. Yep. Real pleasure to watch. Let's see how the armies expand. What I'm going to leave this on is that I like to think that the Blood Angels were victorious, that they ended up, forcing the Mechanicus to retreat. But the twilight hours, as they leave the Imperial base, desolate, and they've reclaimed it back for the Imperium, but they don't have time to hold it. Marines are not there to hold territory, they're there to reclaim it. But unfortunately, what happens is that robot that you thought you had destroyed, the lights flicker on in its cracked visor, and it stands ominously. The Mechanicum will return.
Will it survive? Tune in next time to Tabletop Tactics!
Until next time, guys.